The police are requesting an ambulance to detail man screaming for one. Inside the Irish Social Club at number 19 Park Street, West Roxbury.
With gather in this space for magic. We come to the movie canon to laugh, to cry, to care. We crave that indescribable feeling that streams over us as the intros start to roll in. And we go somewhere we've never been before, not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Together, dazzling images perfectly rendered on all of our screens. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good on a live stream like this. Our vibrant panelists and viewers represent the very best of us. United by our passion for cinema and art, our content is a testament to the power of community, crafted with precision and heart. Because here, they are. The Movie Canon. We make streaming better.
Hi, you're watching the Movie Canon? Watch Gio.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. I'm Giovanni. This is Figures Talk episode number 17. It is Sunday, July 7th, 2024, and I am here at an Airbnb in Chicago, Illinois. So that's why you don't recognize the background right now. But thank you so much, guys, for watching here live. We do have a stacked panel tonight, even though there's actually not too many news or releases or anything like that, announcements. This week there was a couple which we'll talk about for a little bit, and then also we're in July now, so we're halfway through the year, so we are going to do a little quick summary of the announcements, either hot toys or in art or whatever the case, that we have seen so far. And then my Canon council, as I like to call them, they gave me their choice, their pick for what their most favorite or their best announcement was in 2024 so far. But let's go ahead and get my Canon council here. Let's have them drop by here real quick here. So let's see, like always introduce here my co-host and current Figures Talk champion, and you guys know him as Mr. Danny Spotchka.
Hello?
Hi, Rhodey, it's me.
It's who?
I'm sorry, it is me. You asked what you're asking about is me.
No, see, this isn't a game. You do not send civilian equipment into my active war zone. You understand that?
It's not a piece of equipment. I'm in it. It's a shoot. It's me! Let's fucking go.
Danny, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Man, I'm not too bad. How was Chicago for you?
It's good. It's good. Like I said, I told you guys backstage, but there's still a bit more exploring to do. I'll still be there for a few more days. I'm trying to record as much as I can of the Dark Knight filming locations.
Nice.
So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've only been able to do like 2, but what I didn't know that was happening right now in Chicago is that they're doing NASCAR today and yesterday. So they blocked off a big section of downtown Chicago, and that's where a lot of the filming locations are located. And it's just crazy in the area right now. So I was able to do a couple like on Friday, and I'll try to do some during the week. But yeah, it looks
like
cool.
you're having fun out there, dude. I know you sent me the Home Alone house, which I thought was cool.
Oh yeah, that was on my way to Wisconsin, because I was going to Wisconsin yesterday for a little bit. So it's kind of like on the way, just going up, and that's what I decided to do the Home Alone house. And yeah, it was cool. So,
dude, yeah, I was about to say, man, you've got to, if you pass by it, send me a picture of the Shameless house of the Gallagher household. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're set in Chicago. Yeah, I'll definitely look that up, see where it is, because I know there's some like 90s sitcoms, which I don't know if you've ever watched, Danny, but like there's like Family Matters, and there's Married with Children. That was in 90s.
I remember Married with Children. I do remember that one. Okay.
So there's the houses that they actually use houses in Chicago to film, the actual location, and they still actually, the Family Matters one doesn't exist anymore. They tore it down and they built a brand new modern one. But I'll see if I can go to that. But yeah, Danny, thanks so much for doing this here.
This is what I'm currently working on.
Oh, nice. And you said this is for
this is for going into my list of like want to do. So if anybody who's watching in the future wants to come visit and wants to get this tattoo, this would be amazing. I'm still working on it, of course, but butcher. These right here are the size of like a penny. So
yeah, they look awesome. So, and then when you said, because I know you sent me a photo of that, and I was like, because I know you were printing them like that, and you were like, maybe it could be like a tattoo in the future and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But then I asked you like if you're like selling them just like that. So that
just like that. Yeah, people want them. Yeah, I still need to figure out how to do prints like that. If people do want prints of those, I will 100% try to figure out a way to get those out.
Yeah.
Speaking of selling things, dude, it feels so empty in like display now. Like I don't know, man. Like
you didn't sell your Batmobile,
like having to sell so many figures, but I mean, it is what it is. No sacrifice, no victory.
But you didn't sell your Batmobile though, right?
No, I still got that.
I don't see it like where's. Oh, okay. It was like
you need to get moved up now that there's a bunch of figures sold. But
okay.
Sell 4 figures, thankfully, and getting that Joker out tomorrow. And after that, man, they're gone. Thank you everybody who supported that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much again here, Danny, for being on here like always.
Of course.
So let's go ahead and bring my next guest here, and he is actually one of your challengers, Danny, for the championship. So, Mr. 1Adam12, Adam, how you doing?
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's up, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Are you ready to take on Danny?
You're challenging me, huh?
I'm coming for you.
We shall see. Bring it on. That's next weekend, isn't it? Next Sunday?
No, it's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
The 21st. Yeah, the 21st.
Going down, Adam.
So that's the goal. That's the plan.
Well, we'll see. You're first of all, I got to get through Brick, and he's a formidable opponent. So, and then if I'm fortunate enough to get through Brick, then you're the reigning champion. So, I do not underestimate your power. Much like the Emperor, I do not underestimate your power.
Look, man, there's been several times where I've come very close. I think Brick has beaten me several times. Zord's almost beaten me. Mario's almost beaten me.
You're very close.
Dude, so many of you guys, almost all of you guys have beaten me. So it's not like I'm a champion because I'm hard to beat, man. I think it's just, dude, luck.
Well, you've been lucky quite a few times, Danny.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. So that's on July 21st. And my next guest, he has actually, all of you guys have been here on Figure Talk before. And very excited to have him here. He is from Germany, so he's joining us here tonight. Mr. Dan the Batman. How you doing?
What's up, Dan?
Great. How about you?
Well, you know what? Your mic is still a little choppy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you first started speaking. Say something again.
I don't know.
It's still kind of.
You sound like you're underwater.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it looks like you might be Aquaman for tonight, but it does sound like you're underwater right now. But I don't know if you want to try something in a little bit. But again, thank you so much, Stan, for being on here for sure. So let me see here. Okay, so let's bring the next guest here. Let's see here. So he has also been here on Figures Talk, actually just last week. It was his first time on Figures Talk, and he is back here again. Mr. Alex Montano. How you doing, Alex?
Hello, my friends. How are you?
Good to see you again, bro.
How are we doing?
Yeah, good to see you too.
Man,
nice hat.
Oh, thanks,
yeah,
man.
what hat are you wearing right now? Let's see what you got there.
Empire.
Yes.
He got Empire Strikes Back hat.
I noticed that Indy's hat has moved on to Boba.
Oh, that's another one.
That's right. Let me see. Let me go back over there.
Yeah, I was wearing that one today.
Wearing the
I
Indiana Jones
didn't have where to put it, so I just dropped it there.
I like that.
And that's another one too. I changed it.
Oh, yes. Well, Mr. Alex, thanks so much for returning
it's
here
fun
again.
to be here. Good to see you guys.
Thank you so much for that. Let's do another sound check, Dan.
Yep. Give me a second.
That sounded better.
Better now?
He starts speaking Atlantean.
Right. It sounded a little better because before it was just kind of like Danny said, you like sound like you're underwater or something, like very choppy, like. Ooh. But right now, what you said right now, it sounded better. So.
No, there he goes back to the Atlanteans.
All right, we'll try it again. See what happens.
I feel like we're in Arrival, the movie Arrival, or something.
Yes.
Okay. Let's bring. Oh, Mr. Philly's here, so let's bring him in here. Philly, Figure Craft.
Hey,
how you doing, Philly?
Hello.
How you doing?
How we doing? Can we hear me good?
What's up, man?
Yes. Yeah, you're really good.
Awesome. How we doing? Sorry, Gio, I was running a little late. I had to eat something really quick. I didn't want to pass out in the middle of the show with you.
No problem at all. Thank you so much, Philly, for joining us. And then I was able to see part of your interview with Yos, just like little parts of it. But that was a great video from what I've seen so far. So I need to, watch the whole thing.
He had fun during that.
Thank you. Yeah. I had a blast, and so did the panel, and so did Yost. So I'm looking forward to doing that again. I'm not much of a streamer person. I like to be on streams, but facilitating, it's a different story. So it was my first time with somebody as influence or as an influencer as Yost, and went rather well. So I got called out for a few things, and I was like, you know what, next time I'll do better. Not my thing. So props to you.
Hey, props to you, dude. Like, that's your big first stream. Like, and you had Yost on the stream, bro. Like, that's a big fucking achievement. So congrats to you, bro.
Thank you. Thanks, Danny.
Dude.
Definitely
Appreciate it, man.
And then I like that you did the yay or nay game with him about like we learned a couple things about what we might get from Jazz Inc. Like MK, if I remember correctly, and maybe Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I was bothering. I really want him to do the first Mortal Kombat because I believe the 30th anniversary is next year. It came out in 95.
Wow, so, Mortal Kombat? Wow.
The movie, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think majority of you guys were influenced. You guys saw it in the theaters, right? I mean, except for Danny. But
I love immediately calling out my age. We're not even 30 minutes in.
Yeah. No, but Danny, it like as soon as that movie started and that techno music started pumping, like in the theater, that was an experience. And
that Mortal Kombat
love it, man.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah,
I wanted them to bring it back for the 2021 version. Like, I don't care, it's not part of it. It's like just bring that song.
Downer. It was a downer. They didn't put that in the last movie. Yeah, it was a downer. They didn't put it in the last film. So hopefully they have a new one with the guy from The Boys as Johnny Cage.
Butcher.
Yeah, Butcher, and hopefully it's coming out. It's actually coming out next year, so it'll be the 30th anniversary. So hopefully they take that advantage and use that techno music in the beginning.
Philly, do you remember those ads from around that time, 95, for the video game where they were in the city street and some like kids were yelling Mortal Kombat, and like there's like hundreds of people shouting Mortal Kombat. I just remember being in my dorm room during finals time, yelling out the window with my friends Mortal Kombat and people telling us to go shut the you know what off.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah,
But,
that was a good commercial.
But Philly, again, thank you so much for being on here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
Greatly appreciate it.
As always.
And then Danny, you're not going to be the youngest person here tonight because we
Thank
have
God.
my little brother Matthew. Matthew's
Hello.
here. Hello, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
What's up, everyone? Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
Now Matthew has been on my channel since he was like, I don't even know how old. Let's say he watched it with me and we did a review of it. And so he's 19 now.
12.
Yeah, around there. Yeah. So he's been on my channel quite a bit. But and then when I was doing the Met Report, I was combining it into a Met Report and Figure Stock segments. So he was doing that with me. It's just that this year he hasn't been able to go on the channel because he went to college, working full time and stuff like that. So it's kind of like that's why he wasn't. But it's summertime right now, so he has a little bit of free time right now. So that's why we've been seeing him on the channel. But this is first time in this iteration of Figure Stock with.
You got a hell of a room too, bro. Look at this. Look,
Thank you,
nice
bro.
Movie Canon's brother.
Yeah.
Bro, look at that, man. Look at the display. I like that.
Yeah,
What is that
he
up
has-
in the display, Matthew?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, he has all these figures that he started buying after I bought him one, and then we kind of
What
both
figures
of us
are
were
up
kind of
there?
nuts. So yeah,
Nice. It looks cool. The warm. I like the warm lights.
yeah.
I was about to say, you can tell us if you want to. Oh shit, show us. Oh hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look at the
Yeah.
poses, dude. I don't even know who they are, but I immediately think like,
That's Spider-Man on
Yeah,
left.
Spider-Man.
Let me zoom in. Hold on a sec.
was that an Iron Spider right there? That's
Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Batmobile,
Oh,
Yeah, that looks like a.
Is that a
Lego Batmobile.
that is my Lego. Well, it was my.
Dude, you got a
Lego.
Carnage down there. I see that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, it's Iron Man. Iron Man and 2 Spideys, right?
Yeah.
What mark is that? Is that the 7 or?
That's the Mysterio illusion one.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Metal.
Yeah. So, and I kind of like tease him a bit because he has a poster of a poster of Dune Part 2 in his bedroom, and I was like, "Hey, Matthew, you have a poster of Timothy Chalamet in your
I was about to
bedroom?"
say, is that a Doom poster or a Timothy Chalamet poster?
Yeah, but because you know, like the actor's like it has a big ass head right there, and then the rest of it like little portions of the poster.
The MCU
But,
effect.
Yeah. But Dan, let's do another sound check.
Yeah.
Oh, much
Can you
better.
hear me better now?
Much better
Yeah?
now. Much better now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Well, everyone, guys, thank you so much for being here on the very stacked panel for tonight. So let's go into the live chat. So we have a few comments in there. So let's go in there now. Let's see here. Mr. Brick Artemis, it's go time. Thank you so much, Brick, for dropping by. I know you've been on vacation this whole week.
What's up?
Kind of like me. So thanks so much for being here. And then Adam warming up the chat here. Wait, there you go. It's time for the Movie Canon Figure Talk, definitely. And then Matthew saying hello there. And just saying hi to Adam and Matt, says Brick Artemis. Looks like you're just talking amongst yourselves there. Are you staying at the Home Alone house? Asks Brick Artemis. If only. Yeah. So I don't know if it's already sold or not, because there was a lady that just walked out. Because as you can imagine, a lot of people were gathering around the house to take photos and videos and stuff like that. And this lady just came out like with her she went out jogging.
She was wounded, bro. She just got fucked up by what's his name, Corey Culkin, bro. She was leaving the
She
house.
just walked out, and then the little gate started opening or whatever, and then she just walked out and started jogging. I'm like, I don't know, maybe she's the owner or maybe she's the real estate lady, because I know it was on sale for like $5.25 million or something like that.
Damn.
I didn't realize from the movies how big, from your video, how big a house that was. That's a freaking mansion.
Yeah, it is, and I still want to know what the hell did Kevin McAllister's dad do for a living? Because damn, he has a big ass.
Yeah, OnlyFans, bro. What you talking about? Come on,
Like in
bro.
the 90s,
Anything like that?
1990s.
Come on.
He was the owner
Did they
of
film the
Penthouse.
movie inside the house too, or was that all on sound stages?
Most of it was soundstage. I believe there might be one portion, with the stairs, where Joe Pesci is posing as an officer, as a cop. I believe they might have shot that inside because I saw the pictures on the Zillow because when they're like I said, they were selling the house, and I saw some of the photos, and that portion there looked like that scene in the movie. I don't know if that's actually the case, but it kind of looked like it. But I know most of it was shot in a soundstage.
That reminds me, we went to Cleveland a few years ago, and I don't know if you guys are fans of the movie A Christmas Story. That's my favorite Christmas movie. And we went to the actual house where they filmed, a good chunk of the movie, and it's now a tourist location, and you can visit there and tour the house, and there's a store there where you can buy all the sorts of tchotchkes from the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that you can actually go inside and tour and everything.
Oh yeah, they have like the actual major prize, the leg lamp, and all that, and the bowling ball. Oh yeah, it's
They're
cool.
turning a lot of these like famous movie houses into Airbnbs. Like when was it? The last Scream movie or the one before that? They turned the Stu Mockner house into an Airbnb where you get to stay with Matthew.
Oh
Lillard.
yeah, they did it for like
X-Men '97. Recently, they turned a house into like the cartoon version of the X-Men mansion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, down in Westchester.
Yeah.
So
I've been to the Stu Mocker house, but not to stay there. But I've toured it and it was pretty cool. But I did see that they were doing like I think during Halloween. I think they did it on October 31st a couple years ago, where you could spend the night there.
You were marathoning the Scream movies with Matthew Lillard. It was. I bet it was a blast, dude.
Oh yeah. I'm sure. Brigodamus says, dang, you're so close to me right now, Gio. Oh yeah, I am. It's like 90 minutes away from Milwaukee, and I think Brick might be maybe like half an hour away from that or somewhere on there.
Go steal his collection, Gio.
So I'm pretty close to Brick and Graham, and I think Evil Sneaker Steve. I think he's pretty close too. Let's see. Clean sweep last rounds. Let's fucking go, says Brick Artemis. I want that Batmobile Lego set, he says here. Yes, I know he mentioned that to me a couple times, but it's now Matthew's because we did a trade. He gave me the Green Goblin Hot Toys, and he got the Batmobile Lego set.
Solid trade, Matthew.
Ren Tolentino dropping by. Good evening, everyone. Hello there, Rens. Thank you so much for being here, and I think you're in I don't know what country is it. I think you're in Asia, if I'm not mistaken. So it's probably like morning over there.
What's up, Ryan? How you doing, brother?
And let's see there. So just talk amongst yourselves there. Loki Collector, Mr. Calvin, said, now check this panel out. So fellas, hello there, Mr. Calvin. Thank you so much for dropping by here. Always a pleasure. And Tijuana Mike, aka King Churro. What's up, fellas? Hello there, Mr. King Churro. Thank you so much for dropping by. And like I said, I didn't get a chance to meet you at CaliCon, but hopefully in the next one. All right, so looks like you guys are still talking amongst yourselves there. Let's see. All the outside scenes and a couple inside scenes, says Brick Artemis, regarding the Home Alone house. Yeah, so I kind of thought I saw one of them there. There's also the church and the thrift shop there near the house. Oh, well, I didn't really look into that, but maybe I should have dropped by there too. But looks like that part is there too. Yes, I went to the Christmas Story house for my 30th. It was amazing. So that's the one in Cleveland, right? Yeah, Cleveland. So underrated. NFL Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and a Christmas Story house. Philippines, 9:30 a.m. over here.
Sorry, Gio. Movie locations are fine and dandy, but have you gone to Giordano's? We got to talk food.
Here in Chicago?
Yeah.
Not yet. I saw it earlier today.
Okay, definitely go. Have a pie. Yeah.
Pizza, absolutely.
Yeah, that's Italian, right?
Giordano's, yeah.
Deep dish pizza.
Okay, yeah, that's what I need to have. That's what I need to have. That's on the list. I can't leave Chicago without trying deep dish.
If you leave Chicago without trying that deep dish, Gio, there's going to be a bomb wrapped around your collection. Okay.
Well, I tried cheese curds in Milwaukee, so that was good. But yeah, I definitely have to try deep dish pizza. Yes, we went a few years ago to see the Red Sox play the then Indians. Also went to Rock Hall of Fame and the zoo. Great time. So that's in Cleveland. And then I'm gonna do a tour at the. I'm not following baseball as much as I used to, but I am gonna do a tour of the Wrigley Field Stadium on Wednesday, I believe. But yeah, so it looks like we're all caught up in the live chat. So let's go and get started with the topics here. Okay, so let me see, where's it here? Okay, like I said earlier, that there's not that many announcements. I don't think there was a single release actually this week. But the one that I just want to talk about very, very briefly is this 1/6 scale figure, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello figure that looks like I don't know, like a military transformer. I don't know, robot or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring this up here because, like I said, there wasn't much this week, but I know a lot of us are big fans of the Ninja Turtles, so we'll just do this very quickly here, though. On 1/6 kit, I have my code Movie Canon if you're interested in purchasing this. But here's the information: $193. I expect it to ship between in Q4 of 2024, and the pre-order cutoff date is July 27th, 2024. And let me get a little bit of photos in there so you can see them. And just very quickly, I think Danny, I think you're a fan of Ninja Turtles, if I remember correctly. So did you see any of these pictures of this figure this week?
Nah, man, this is the first time I'm seeing this. Is this Donatello or is this Robot Chicken? Like, look, man, I'm trying to be nice, but it's kind of hard to be nice, bro. I'm like, what the hell is it? This is like equivalent to like when Hot Toys did that Black Panther that transformed into a panther.
Oh yeah,
that reminds me of that.
You literally have a game segment called Fantasy Figure Zone, right? And the whole premise of that is figures that we in our heads believe that should be made, right? Every single one of the picks that we have tonight and every other previous episode is more warranted than what the hell this is, man. It's weird to me that we still don't have like 1/6 scale 90s turtles from the movie, but we get this. And the gun's cool, but like I wouldn't put it with Donatello. I don't remember the Ninja Turtles using fucking guns.
Right. So see, that was the thing, because obviously I haven't been following a lot of the Ninja Turtle stuff like after, I don't know, the 90s.
Is that like maybe. That looks like a ghost trap from Ghostbusters?
That's from Ghostbusters.
It does look like it, and then lights up and everything. Yeah. So I wasn't sure if this was something related to something else that I'm just not familiar with, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. But
hell this is, bro.
Yeah.
It's like a gun.
It's so funny to me to see the Ninja Turtles with guns, right? Like it's like seeing dogs wear pajamas. Like you're like, this is not supposed to happen, man. Take it off. Don't do this. Again, trying to be nice, but if anybody's who's excited about this, cool. I'm very curious to see how you pose your Megatron. I mean, your Donatello.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the second one, right? So isn't this supposed to be like a mech, like a giant mech?
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure actually. This is the first time that I see.
They did a Leonardo. I remember seeing a Leonardo, and I thought the same thing too. Danny, I was like, really? We get
this motherfucker's with a sniper right now, bro.
I know.
The Ninja Turtles as a sniper, dude.
I know.
Hold on.
You're right.
Killer Turtles.
I don't know why this offends me more than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Like,
I guess we know who killed Kennedy now.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It was Donatello, right?
Right.
Because that Black Panther was a mech because we didn't tell us, but it showed a tiny little Black Panther inside the middle of the actual robot. So it was almost as big as like a Megazord or something like that, or a Voltron.
Look, man, I'm all for the whole mech idea, but like, I've always been canned for like, I think it'd be cool if you had 1/6 scale Pacific Rim, at least body parts like an arm or a hand or something, right?
Yeah.
With this, I'm like, that doesn't work because having a little tiny ass little mini figurine is it's kind of like back in the day when they did the Hot Toys, the Dark Knight, the Bat, and they had like a little tiny, like little Marvel Legends style, like Batman to put in. Yeah. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It throws the scale off with everything else.
Takes you out of the mystery. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And this is Robot Chicken all day, every day. Look at that red in the center of his chest, dude.
Yeah. Brent's saying Tedrina Turtles. And but Brick says, someone please give us 1/6 scale turtles. So probably not this one though, I would think. But yeah, so just very quickly, like I said, I knew we weren't going to be spending too much time on this, but anyone picking this up from the panel?
Don't be shy. Don't be shy, y'all. Confess.
I would say that 10-year-old me would be in love with this right now. But I don't know how many adult collectors, which is who the market is for these figures and who can afford them. I don't know. I guess they're out there.
Right.
I'm curious, like, if a diehard Ninja Turtle fan wants this. Like, let's say you only collect Ninja Turtle merch. Is this something you even want? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. $200 is a lot of money too. $200 for this thing? That's a figure right there. That's a third party, like a Riddler or a Mr. Knight, whatever you want.
Not even Riddler costs that much. But
yeah, dude.
But yeah. I mean, I'm not interested in this. Like I said, it's Turtles. We don't get that much 1/6 scale Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at all. So I was like, let me just talk about this real quick here. But Chris Chong says, "Welcome to Chicago, Gio." Well, thank you so much, Chris Chong. So I didn't know that you were. Sounds like you're here. You live here. But thank you so much for dropping by here, Mr. Chris Chong. This is how long you're staying for until Thursday. So I'll be leaving Thursday. Let's see. Now, Matthew, I know we've seen some of those turtle movies in the theater, but does this at all interest you, Matthew?
I mean, I like Ninja Turtles. I have all the Fortnite skins, but this does not interest me like at all. It's like super random. It's like some like super niche, like Ninja Turtles anime from like some year. Like I don't see the point in this.
Okay. So if I give that to you in Christmas, you'll accept it though?
Nah.
No, you won't. How about you, Dan? Even if it's nothing, you have nothing to say, but any thoughts on this?
What if it was free, Dan? Would you pick this up if it was free?
That's a good question, actually.
I mean, I like Transformers, and it looks like a Transformer, but I think even if it's free, I would pass because I don't know.
The real estate, right?
It's more Killer Turtles or Turtle Busters, but I don't know. Not Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. How about you, Alex?
Nah. Dude, that looks really bad. It looks like when in the 90s the toys companies ran out of ideas to make toys and they started making like the mecha line of whatever.
Yeah,
it looks like that. It looks
Spider-Man with a damn like 4-wheeler or something.
Yeah, and with a laser cannon on its back. That nobody wanted those. It looks just like that. Yeah.
Look at this.
Dan brought up a good point. You could just repaint this if you wanted this to be a Transformer, no?
Man,
probably, but
it doesn't look cool.
What if it transformed into a turtle? What if it transformed into a turtle?
No.
A 6-scale turtle.
Look, the whole premise behind Trans. Look, I'm not
the thing that he has on his head, I thought it was a Super Nintendo controller.
It looks like a controller, yeah.
Would y'all take a transforming like 1/6 scale Transformer though?
No.
Megatron, yeah.
Complicated, no?
I don't think I would go on my way to buy one because I'm not a huge fan of Transformers. But
dude, I don't know, bro. If they made a 80s Optimus Prime diecast that transforms, I would have a hard time saying no to that shit, bro.
They do, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a bunch
3D, bro, right?
Yeah.
They transform.
Yeah, but they are like they don't transform.
No,
I think they're just a figure.
Well, I don't know if it's all diecast, but there's maybe it's not only 1/6 scale, but I saw
there is a 12, 13-inch G1 diecast. I know because I have it, and it transforms into the G1. But I think that was more like instead of a collectible, it was more of a kid's toy. And then years later, they converted it into sort of a collectible, but it was still a kid's toy. But it looks the part. I mean, it looks like a G1 Transformer, and it transforms. It's just that it doesn't have the details like 3-0 or Hot Toys or anything like that.
All right. So I don't think anyone else has any other thoughts on this. So I'll move on to the next one.
Figure of the year, man.
Yeah. Definitely right. Pinocchio.
What is this episode, bro?
That's what happens when there's no announcements or releases.
It took me a second to figure out what I was looking at.
Speculated for an hour about this stupid thing.
Just very quickly, just your initial reaction to this, and we'll move on. Danny, go
Hell
ahead.
no.
Just
Right.
hell no. This is supposed to be like a summer showcase later or something. I'm not totally sure what this is, but Billy, what are your thoughts?
Next.
Alex.
You heard me.
Okay. Dan.
No comment.
All right.
I love
Adam.
that you threw in summer showcase, Gio.
They had one job, and this is all they got.
No
Yes.
Batman 85 line, but we got this shit.
They had
No.
one job, and he did this.
So next
Uh,
next
this
year
is
they're
new.
gonna sell you the body or the legs or
Maybe Matthew will have a different opinion here. What are your thoughts on this, Matthew?
No.
Okay, all right, just no. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next one then. All right, so the next one is.
That must have been the quickest segment I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It is. I think it is. Breaking Figures Talk history here, or
Poor
making
Pinocchio.
Figures Talk history here. All right, let's talk about this real quick here. So we have the
There we go.
ARC Trooper 5s from the Clone Wars. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know about this, that I did not watch 99.9% of the Clone Wars animated series. I watched the movie, the 2008 movie, which I hated, which actually deterred me from watching these shows, or these this show. So I'm actually not really familiar with any of these, but a lot of collectors are very excited for this. So we have the ARC Trooper 5, and actually, while I was setting this up, while I was preparing for this, I kept messing up with the characters because they're the same, they're clones. So I was like putting the ones in the wrong place, and I was like, wait, no, that's the Echo, no, that's the 5s. So it was kind of like back and forth with that. But here is the TV figure file from the movie canon here. Okay, I don't know why this thing is so long here. There you go. From the Clone Wars, premiered in October of 2008. It looks like it lasted all the way to 2014, I believe. And then it came back in 2020. Disney Plus, if you still want to watch this now, the tomato score, the reaction from the critics is 94%. Give it a positive review. We don't have the numbers for that. Same thing with the audience. 91% gave it a positive review. So it seems like critics and audiences seem to like this show. I watched the first episode, the very first episode, and I thought it was fine, but it just wasn't like enough for me to like try to continue watching it. But 7 seasons exist here, and like I said, I'm not familiar with this, but let me go to the price. So this is already on Sideshow, and why is this taking? Oh, there you go. $275. Expect to ship between April and September of 2025. And let's throw this to Danny, because I'm not sure if you're a fan of clones, but what are your thoughts on this?
I like clones, but like, here's the thing. On that note about Clone Wars, it's almost like an anthology series, right? Where you don't have to watch it from beginning to end. You get to pick and choose what you like to watch. And for me, the only clone stuff that I really enjoyed from Clone Wars was the final stuff from Disney Plus. Like some of the storylines here just kind of felt dragging for me. So I never had a personal attachment to 5s, or I love Rex, but all the other clones go to hell, bro. Y'all are just a bunch of just repeats. Y'all are got cool backstories. I get it, cool. But it just never hit me. I think you had to grow up with it, or at least watch the show throughout and kind of appreciate those characters. I mean, Hot Toys loves doing Tamara Morrison head sculpts, bro. Like, they had the ultimate excuse to pump them out, and this is one of the better looking ones, I think. The goatee looks really nice. I think the hair's done really... it almost looks like it's the same head sculpt as Jango Fett, with, like, soft enough details, and, of course, the goatee added. I know people like Steve are excited for this. Dan, he seems pretty excited for it. But like I said, it's not for me. The clones, for me, pass all day. I think that if you're going to collect clones, especially somebody like 5s, you have to have so much real estate when it comes to I'm talking 2 shelf spaces, right? Because there's fucking clones, right? You have to have an entire shelf for the 501st alone. And I mean, good to y'all people that love y'all's clones, man. I'm happy for you, but can I please get some Batman stuff or some more? Anyway, Alex, are you curious? But I'm curious how you feel about this one, bro.
Me?
Yeah, dude, because I know you don't collect Hot Toys anymore, but
no, I don't. But I mean, it's cool that they're completing this line. That's kind of cool because they always leave this kind of stuff, incomplete. So I'm happy for the people who like this, but for me, it's also like I have the same issue with clones. I feel that unless you're a huge fan, they all look the same.
Yeah.
Except Rex. Like if you look at this, it's like almost the same armor as Rex. If you're not a fan, I'm saying, like if your girlfriend walks into your room and like, oh, I have 25 501st clones, they're like, oh, they're all the same.
She's like, they're the clones, all right, yeah.
Yeah, they have blue stripes, but they are cool. Like I think like stormtroopers and clone troopers are awesome, but I think like so many 501st troopers, like I would rather buy something else, like buy another figure, buy something different, but they're cool. I'm happy for whoever's happy. I never liked 5 though.
Where's the 402nd troopers at, man? Is that what the Legion is for Cody? Whatever Cody.
212.
212. That's 212.
212. Give me some of those troopers, man. But the yellow, orangey look.
Yeah, the variety. Yeah, like you need to have difference. It's like they are like so many 501st. Like can we have something different? But they're cool. They're cool.
But I think they're gonna do the 212 for the Revenge of the Sith anniversary. I think.
They better pump out a bunch of those, dude, because they've made at this point. This has to be what they're like 15th 501st figure at this point. Damn, bro. Give some love to somebody.
You have 2 Rex, 1 Jesse.
I just think I think like because I don't have a clone display, but I think it would throw off balance in your display. Like if you have the Mandalorians and the Coruscant guards, but then like have 25 different 501st troopers, it's just gonna look like, why is this faction so small? Like
I bought one before, like was it 2022? I bought 8 501st troopers just to have behind Anakin, and after 1 month, I was like, I'm an idiot. I'm going to sell 6 of them.
I've gotten the look. I'm satisfied. Now to sell.
Yeah, I got 4, so trust me, we're the same. So don't worry.
Yeah.
Billy was really sweating that 4th. He's like, man.
You're like, why did I buy
8? What are your thoughts there, Adam?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, when I used to collect the 3 3/4 inch Hasbro figures, I had a bunch of ARC troopers and I had like a whole diorama set up with 25, 30 clone troopers of various types. But now that I collect Hot Toys, there's a much higher price point, limited real estate as opposed to the 3 3/4 inch, which I can get a whole bunch on the shelf. I have Captain Rex Hot Toys. I have Commander Cody Hot Toys. So I think the only clone trooper Hot Toys I don't have is a basic clone trooper, which I'm waiting for them to reissue, at some point. I will probably pick that up whenever they have some basic clone trooper come out. I'm happy for people who are really into this, but I'm going to pass on it. Just because for everything you guys mentioned, just limited real estate, and I want to make sure I have room for Deadpool and Wolverine, or the Darth Sidious that's coming out, or the Andor Han Solo, or someday the Bespin Han Solo. Those are the things I want to make sure I have room for.
Everything else. Have you seen the Clone Wars series there, Adam?
I haven't, and I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. I have not. I've seen different story arcs. I think Danny put it well. It's an anthology series, so the stories that were dealing with the Mandalorians, I think I saw all those. I saw most of the last season of the Clone Wars that was on Disney Plus. I really liked Rebels. I saw all those episodes. I saw some of the first season, but some of the episodes were kind of kiddish to me, and some, not some were. They kind of went on these side quests that didn't interest
that me. Mace Windu Jar Jar Binks episode, bro. What the hell, Dave Filoni? Come on, bro.
Yeah. A lot of side quests that had no interest to me. But I know people were really into it, and it's kind of like the Bad Batch. I tried the first 2 or 3 episodes and I could not get into it.
I hate the Bad Batch. I
tried. Wow, you hated that.
Really?
Yes,
I watched the first episode of the Bad Batch and I thought it was cool, and then I was like, "Yes, this is awesome." Then I watched the second episode, and then
same happened to me. The first one was awesome. And
Omega.
we have Miami's Nemesis dropping by. Hello there, Mr. Miami's Nemesis. Thank you so much for dropping by here. Jose G. Hernandez, Jose Plus Gio. Sorry I couldn't make it. I wanted to stop by and say hello. Thank you so much, Mr. Jose. We'll have you on the show, on the stream soon. Let's see. Chris Strong says, hopefully this doesn't sound weird. I'm obsessed with Alex's voice. So
that's the first for me.
Exactly. That's what Danny's
talking about.
Alex's voice is quite soothing, and I would agree with that. And Matthew's saying, oh my God. So there you go.
Wow. You're gonna start recording audiobooks.
It's the Latin voice. I like it too.
Alex, I need you to narrate my life, bro.
There you go. Let's see. Dan, what are your thoughts? Because I know you have some thoughts on this.
Yeah, I was pretty hyped when I saw this announcement because, like, a couple months back, I was actually looking at the older Sideshow figure of this guy, and he was going for crazy prices, like $600. And yeah, I'm glad he's now being released from Hot Toys. And yeah, I mean, in the Clone Wars, I would say he was not like a main character, but from the clones, he was a big character. And yeah, I have the 501st Deluxe figure, so just one 501st figure. And I also plan to get Rex, so yeah, I might add him too. And yeah, I also prefer him to Echo and Jesse. I think I like his helmet the most. And yeah, I mean, Clone Wars, I think the first season, there are a lot of misses, and also the first episode is also not really a good introduction. But the movie, I rewatched it like a month ago, and I think if you give it another shot, you might like it. But yeah, overall, I was pretty hyped when I saw this announced.
Yeah, well, now they announced this, and now you can look forward to those Acolyte figures.
Dan and I are going to buy them all.
Hell no.
So,
we're going to buy both. Yeah. We're going to get back to Hot Toys with those to burn them.
Wow, to burn them. Any other thoughts, Dan? Pertaining to this one, this particular. I know there's the other one, but any other thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, what you guys mentioned with clones, I'm also won't go very deep into those. I'm just gonna keep it with the 501st, and yeah, because yeah, I'm also mainly collecting like main characters like Han Solo, Mace Windu, Yoda, the main guys, and yeah. But this is an exception for me because I really liked him in the show.
Not a main character list for me.
Matthew, what are your thoughts on this figure?
I don't know, man. There's too many clones. They're all starting to blend together, especially since they're all white and blue as a recent. But I mean, I like fives. You know, shame what happened to him, but I'm not picking it up. Not this or any other clone. It's just too many, too much, you know.
Okay. Let's see here. Chris Chong saying Alejandro necesita visitar Movie Canon más. Okay. Now, Chris Chong, do you know Spanish, or did you translate that?
Spanish come out, Gio. Okay.
Do you, Chris Chong, do you know Spanish, or you Google translated? But yeah, thanks so much for that. But
calling him out, damn, Gio.
Christian Cooper saying stopping in to say hi. Hello there, Mr. Christian Cooper. Thank you so much for dropping by. All right. So has anyone got a chance to speak about this specific trooper? Because we'll go into the other one, which I don't think there'll be much difference, I would think. But any other thoughts before we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
These are like, for me, they're like little green army men. You know how I used to collect those little ones when you're little?
Oh yeah.
And this is basically the new generation for us. that are dealing with that nostalgia. And for me, I don't have to like the show or enjoy the show. I mean, I've seen the 2-dimensional one, the 2D, the very first animated one. It wasn't the CG, it was the 2D, which was very impressive. They did a really good job with that. And then you had the Clone Wars movie, which again, like it didn't really give me a good impression, so I really didn't follow much. But then I got sort of kind of caught up with it years afterwards. So, but I mean, you gotta love it. I mean, it's like you can't help collecting them, if not all, as many as you can. And like I end up getting 4 of them of the 501st, and it's sad that it comes with all these helmets and all this gear. And I'm seriously considering of like trying to make my own the simple troopers, because I missed out, like one Adam 12 missed out on the simple clone troopers. I missed out on those too, so I kind of want to make those helmets into actual bodies and gear and kind of make my own troopers. So that'd be something interesting to do, because I don't know how long we're gonna get the next version of the clone troopers. So, but these are great. I mean, I like them. They must be really into them, because they gave them the movable eyes. I'm surprised that they gave a trooper movable eyes and not Mace Windu. It just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But
yeah,
I forget about that. I forget that.
I know. It's just very weird, very odd. But that means we're probably going to get another version of Mace Windu down the line. But
is it because he's bald, Philly? Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe
you could do it.
What has that to do with
underneath
not moving
the Black Adam.
Wait, but the Spider-Man, the Tom Holland, the new red and blue suits.
Yeah,
I think it's like under, like it's not.
Yeah, it's under.
The other ones you have to open like the back of the head, right?
That's just how Black Adam is too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that the Spider-Man is like under, like it's just like an open.
Right.
The head's like this, and there's an opening. Then you just go in there.
It's like the DX19 and all those figures. Like they have that little tiny stick that you put on, and that's it.
So maybe they can probably do Mace Windu.
I'm sure they're gonna release one for Revenge of the Sith, and they're gonna have movable eyes there, and then there's your selling point. They make you spend $300 again.
Right, another $300 there.
Artisan Mace Windu.
Artisan Mace Windu.
There's like one rooted hair in the back of his head or something.
I could see them actually doing it, like some kind of freaking effect or something, like with a hand cut off. Like I could see him doing it.
Yeah. They got the Emperor, so all they need to do is add Mace.
Yeah.
Right. Chris Young saying, I have a basic speech of Spanish, high school level, definitely not fluent. Did not use Google Translate. Okay. All right. Cool.
Nice.
So there you go. That was good.
That was a good sentence.
And then I especially like this one right here. It says, me gusta mirar movie canon. So there you go. Necesito salir ahora. Buenas noches, Gio, Alejandro, y amigos. Thanks so much, Chris Chong. Thanks so much for dropping by. Greatly appreciate it.
Hey, bye. It's so weird when people call me Alejandro. my mom called me Alejandro when she's mad at me.
Alejandro, you're in trouble, right?
Yeah.
You're in trouble. Let's move on to the next one here, and I believe this is.
There's another one.
Yeah, Echo. Echo. That's why I kept getting confused. Isn't Sideshow their image, their main image? Isn't it the same figure? I think it's this one. When you're trying to buy, if you're gonna buy Fives or you're gonna buy Echo, it's this exact same picture. But this one, same thing. $275 expected to ship between April and September 2025. And I already read this portion here, the TV figure file. Damn, why is this? Okay, there you go. So we read that there. But any other different thoughts? Like I said, it's still another clone trooper. But maybe Dan, do you have any thoughts on this specific one? Echo.
I think I'm passing on him because, on his Tamura Morrison head sculpt, there are no markings, nothing. So he just looks like a standard clone. Nothing special. I see. And the helmet design, I'm also not a fan of it. So, yeah, I prefer Fives.
All right, that makes sense there. Danny, do you have any thoughts on this?
Hell no. There's another clone, bro.
Just another clone. Alex, how about you?
I like Fives more now that I see them together. I think the other one is better. But yeah, man, like it's what we were saying, like more clones, and it now has like a Saruman hand on his chest.
Yeah, see the head sculpts they look good, right? But yeah, I see the difference with this one and then 5s. Let's see.
Wait, is this the same Echo as the one from Bad Batch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it is. Okay, see that I wasn't sure about that because I was like, isn't there an Echo in Bad Batch? But it is the same one.
He's a cyborg in Bad Batch, like a robot, half robot, half human. Here's his human form.
I see. Okay.
So he went through it. Okay.
Yeah, definitely he did.
Yeah.
He had a character arc. Get it? But
Go on.
Right. So, yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure about that. I was like, is there another one called Echo? But yeah.
It's the same one.
Any other thoughts, guys, on this trooper?
We get 2 different variations of Echo, but we still don't have no damn Aquaman from Aquaman.
There you go. There you go.
I know, right?
No Aquaman yet there.
Does it not make any sense?
Hot Toys. Howie Chan. Call me. We need to talk. we need to talk. What the hell is this shit? Okay, the lack of movies. I was just on the phone with Austin. Okay, sorry for the little mini rant here. Just on the phone with Mr. Nicholas yesterday. We were talking about the lack of movies coming out, making Mr. Spotsy kind of depressed, right? Lack of movies means lack of figures for y'all to make. Or does it? Because you guys can have all the time to make and do the things you've already promised and you haven't, bro. Where is the 85th Batman line? Where's the Aquaman to go with that Black Manta you made in the beginning of the year? Who the hell's going to put that on? I forgot about that. Who was going to get Black Manta without an Aquaman? Then don't tell me you're going to get the one from his movie because that piece of shit. No offense to anybody who has that, but come on. Anyway, two clone troopers, bro.
Rant over. Okay, it's 2 clone troopers in one night. Yeah, exactly. But any other thoughts, guys, before I move on to the next one, the next segment here, which I'm trying to find out which one that is. Okay, so the 2024 half point. I'm gonna save that one for a bit here. So I'm actually gonna enter the fantasy figure zone section or segment, as we call it here. So a lot of you guys know, you guys have been on the stream before. So this is a figure that you either would like Hot Toys and our Jazz Inc., whatever, to manufacture, or maybe a 2.0 or even a 3.0, if that's the case. So this is what this is. You guys always show me different characters, a lot of variety. Usually last week, I think it was last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, there was a lot of video game ones.
Yeah, those 2 weeks ago.
So it was 2 weeks ago, and a lot of video game ones. So I have you guys' picks here. So let's start with the first one. And let's see who's first. Oh, let's do Matthew. Matthew hasn't done this right here. And Matthew, you can tell me this guy's name because I have no idea what this guy's name is.
Vike from Elden Ring.
Yeah. So what are your quick thoughts on this character? Well, why do you want this figure?
Well, Elden Ring is my favorite game. This guy's on the cover of the game. I just think he looks cool, honestly, more than anything, because he has like no personality in the game at all. But I just, because if they were to make an Elden Ring figure, it would probably be this. So yeah.
Has any of you guys played the game?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of those Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
Pick there, Alex.
And I don't, Alejandro. I don't remember it very closely, to be honest. I played it not that much, but all of those Soul characters are incredible. Like, I would love to see something from Bloodborne or stuff like that. But this one, like, they're cool. They have a nice armor. They look great. I'll take it. Yeah.
Any other thoughts, guys, on this? I don't know if you've played, because I haven't played this. But Danny, did you play this
I've
game?
never played this, but that's a cool pick, man. I think we said 2 weeks ago on the video game episode, like, I personally see in the next 5 to 10 years, you'll probably get a lot more video game characters getting made, given that it seems to be the main thing in popular main culture right now, where let's turn video games into series/movies. So expect to see a lot more figures from these video games that you love, because I think it's going to happen. Good pick.
Yeah, I think so. Philly, have you played this game? No.
Come on, Philly. You're supposed to collect everything, bro. No, everything, bro.
You want? I mean, I have Metal Gear Solid. I have the what do you call it? Metal Gear Solid. That's as close as I get to that genre with that. So, Appleseed. Appleseed, was that a game? No, that was an animation. So, I also have some Appleseed figures from Hot Toys too. But this one, no, unfortunately, no.
Okay. Alex? Oh no, I already asked you, right? Dan, are you familiar with this at all?
No, I saw some gameplays, but I haven't played it myself. But I think with the gaming industry being so big, it might happen. Maybe not from jazzing, but some statue or action figure, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Who knows?
And then Adam, are you familiar with this game?
No, I'm still trying to find Zelda, Legend of Zelda. I'm stuck back there.
Yeah, I was calling this character Link when Matthew sent me this. Like, you're talking about Link?
He does kind of look like Link. Looks like Link's evil brother.
well, it's kind of like that. Like Elden Ring is like Link. Zelda for grown-ups. Like it's so difficult. Yeah.
Oh, yes, these Sith eyes.
Yeah, it's so hard.
It's like it almost looks like Cal Kestis if he went to the dark side.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we're getting that figure soon, then, right?
Never.
Nope.
They're too busy making the same damn clone over and over again.
Repaint.
And Scout Troopers from the game, but not Cal Kestis.
Right. Yes. Fucking hell. And Black Mantas without Aquamans.
There you go. Right. Next one here, and thank you there, Matthew, for your selection there. Mr. 1 Adam 12. We have Obi-Wan.
Hello there.
Nice.
Phantom Menace. What are your thoughts?
It's coming.
This has got to be I mean, this is a no-brainer. This is the 25th anniversary of Phantom. They say they're gonna have a celebration for the 25th anniversary, but so far we have had the 2.0 of Maul, and that's cool for fans who either want to upgrade or never got it the first time. Yeah. And we've had the droid Daka, and the super battle droid, but that's it so far. So I think this is a no-brainer. I imagine this is gonna happen sooner or later.
I'm thinking a fantasy figure realized section in a future episode, like I did with the Darth Sidious. Took a shot.
I can see this being a summer showcase figure, honestly, with the Atom. Like I wouldn't put it past them.
Maybe it's at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Joey.
What's up,
Mr. Collector Joy? Dropping by. Look at this beautiful panel. Hello there, Mr. Collector Joy. Thank you so much for dropping by there. Let's see. Okay, so Matthew, what are your thoughts on this Obi-Wan from the Phantom Menace figure or character?
I mean, it's cool. I like Obi-Wan. I'm just not a big fan of like traditional Jedi clothing. I usually prefer like different stuff, like with like Anakin and Luke, because they do all kind of like blend together, like Obi-Wan, Mace Windu, that kind of stuff. But I do think this could happen, and it would be cool, but I probably wouldn't get it.
Okay, all right. Danny, how about you?
Man, I bounce back and forth because I kind of want to just keep my Star Wars collection OT for the foreseeable future. But then I think I'm like, man, I do have a Darth Maul. I think it'd be pretty cool to have an Episode 1 Obi-Wan with Qui-Gon, with them fighting up against like the red background with the shields, if you will. Yeah, this is a great pick. I do definitely think this is coming out. Like I said, San Diego Comic-Con is literally around the corner, so this could be something that they make there, or probably potentially down the road this year.
And you don't think Danny is I mean, I'm with you. I grew up with the original trilogy, but I really like the prequels as well. But even people who are not as crazy about the prequels, I think for the most part, 99% of them will tell you, yeah, but I like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. It's like a lot of people prefer Ewan as opposed to Alec Guinness, and that's not saying Alec Guinness didn't do a good job, but like for a lot of people, including Evil Sneaker, right, trademark, this is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like this is their version of the character. So
yeah.
You got to see him more, so that people got more time to fall in love with him.
Well, it's no different than Tamura Morrison and the previous actor that played Boba Fett. You know, it's very similar, and same as Darth Vader. Hayden Christensen and the other actor that played. So it's just basically Star Wars has been around for a long time, and it's just based on generations. But I lived through the original, but also love the sequel trilogy and the prequels. So it's just a matter of opinion.
I do love Alec Guinness' performance though. Like he played that such like old man that has seen so much, that's so broken but like so chill about everything kind of vibe to him. Yeah.
Well, here's a question to you, Danny, and the rest of the panel. Do you care if the actor is really into the mythology of what he's acting, or just to bring his actual acting skills to whatever character he's doing? Allen Guinness is a great example. He was a wonderful actor, but he didn't care much for Star Wars. It was very well known.
Yeah.
And same like that guy from The Acolyte that, he did an interview and said that, Hayden Christensen, blew up the Death Star. So do you guys care or don't care?
I think it really boils down to this for me personally. It really depends on the IP that you're creating in question, and it also depends on like the actor in mind, right? Like for some actors, I really just want you to get down the character. You don't have to know, hey, this person slept with this person and this is why this character's mad at this person, or et cetera, right? You just need to boil down why the character acts the way they do, go from point A to point B, just story beats, right? That way you play that character in a believable way. Like I'm pretty sure like a good example of this, and she didn't do a very good job, but I don't think it was her fault. What's Dakota Johnson and Madam Web, a girl who has probably never seen a Marvel movie in her entire life, and in every interview that she's in, she's just struggling. Like, I think this is part of the event. I don't know if I'm in am I in the Avengers? Like maybe. Like for me, it didn't matter. It's like as long as you research what that character that you're supposed to be playing with the script that you've been given, But then again, I say it depends on the IP. David Cornsota Superman, hell yes to your research, man. You need to research what that character represents and what that character needs to be for a reboot and a remake of the time. For this example, for Ewan McGregor, kind of because you kind of need, in this scenario, he's playing a younger version of the character who's maybe insecure, he's not figured everything out, he's not as wise. So I do think that is important. What do you guys think?
Philly, I think that's a great question, and I'll tell you, there's two pieces to it. I think one, in particular, to the actor from The Acolyte, you do have a responsibility when you take on a franchise. Besides learning your lines and the motivations of the character, and getting in that mindset, you want to do a little bit of background, because part of your job as an actor nowadays, maybe it's always been like that since the start of Hollywood, but maybe even more so now, is the marketing and promotion of your film or your TV show. And you're part of that promotion, because you're, whether we want to think of it as not, you're making a product. The product is the TV show. And you have multi-billion-dollar companies like Disney with investors, with shareholders who are turning out products. And they're going to lose money if you're not creating a good product. Now, I say partly it's his responsibility, because in that interview, and it was more than one interview that he screwed up and said Anakin blew up the Death Star. I blame the marketing and the publicists for Disney who didn't do the right prep work with their actors and made sure that they knew the basics and went over the talking points. And they should have intervened in that interview and spoke up and said, "Oh, you mean Luke Skywalker," and just reshot that, because that can happen, and that's the priority. And I say this as someone who works in the communications business. That should have been something that their PR people should have intervened in. When you're with all the controversy with Star Wars and Disney, and a lot of fan base since Last Jedi, but really in exacerbated since Rise of Skywalker, you have a lot of unhappy fan base. Whether you agree or not, that's the reality. They should have been very cautious about that, and they failed.
That also reflects on Disney, because I mean, you have that same actress that's playing Snow White messed up on the PR campaign, and I mean that definitely falls on Disney pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
It is kind of like when actors are portraying a iconic person, like they're portraying like it's a biopic. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you have to like research, if you want to do a good performance, right? So you'll research the history, you try to research as much as you can of that person. It does kind of go the same way with these characters, especially like Danny said, depends on the IP, right? Especially something very popular or something, again, iconic, like Star Wars characters. You definitely should put the efforts to research the character if you don't know anything about it. Ultimately, it does come down to your performance, right? So you have to do very well performance, but it definitely does help if you actually research the character, research the person that you're portraying. Definitely. Who hasn't talked about this pig yet? Well, Alex, there you go.
Like, I don't think you need to be a fan at all. You don't have to be a fan, but you do need to respect the franchise. Like Ewan McGregor, the moment they hired him, he was a fan. But if let's say that he wasn't, he had to do some research. He had to go and study Alec Guinness's, how he talked, how he moved, because you are playing someone that already exists. It's not like you're creating the character from zero. But my problem with the guy from Acolyte is like Adam was saying, like the publicist is always there in the interviews. When I've been in interview rooms, the publicist is always there, and they are like they even ask what you're gonna ask before you say anything. Like they are super careful with that. And seeing that the guy just goes on and on, it's like that dude doesn't respect the franchise, but he acts like he does. And that for me is when it becomes annoying, and it's not being a toxic fan to go and say that the guy is like a complete moron, because he is. Like, he needed to understand what he was getting into. But as an actor, I think that as long as you go and do your job and you do it well, that's what matters. You don't have to be a fan, but respect the franchise and don't go and attack the fan base. Don't go and say crap about the people who love you, who love the franchise, because that's what they're doing right now. Like, they go, you say, dude, you messed up, and they go and call you a racist. They call you names or whatever, just because you do not accept those kind of answers. So,
we have actually. Let me just talk about Mr. Commander Green. Hey everybody. Hello there, Commander Green. Thank you so much for dropping by here. Yomo, what's up, everyone? Hello there, Mr. Yomo. Really appreciate it here. A great choice on this Obi-Wan. I would be surprised if Hot Toys doesn't announce him this year for the anniversary. Yeah, so we're definitely going to do that. Fantasy Figure Realize a segment there when that happens. The knowledge of the IP falls more in the producers and the directors, says Commander Green.
The actors just need to say their lines, but they need to understand the franchise they're getting into.
You gotta walk with a purpose, man.
Yeah. Like, you need to understand what a Jedi is. You can't just, not know.
Go ahead, Adam.
And to Alex's point, in these interviews, in celebrity entertainment interviews, it's not like, for the most part, it's not like a gotcha interview where it's not George Stephanopoulos interviewing Biden, for example. It's I'm not trying to get political, but it's not, and generally speaking, the interviewee does, where they don't know the questions beforehand. It's a symbiotic relationship where the reporter certainly wants to protect the access to the studios so they can continue to get guests on their show. They're not going to try to get a Star Wars actor. So their lack of preparation and the lack of intervention by the Disney publicist, that's the biggest issue there, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Dan, did you get a chance to talk about this yet?
No.
Okay, good.
So yeah, talking about the points the panel made, I would also say if the actor stays to the script and is believable, then it's fine. But of course, the Acolyte actor, I mean, that was a F up, I mean, 2 times, and even his co-stars like said to him like, yeah, okay, stop. Like that was funny to me in that clip. But yeah, talking about Obi-Wan, yeah, I'm gonna get him because I have Qui-Gon from Hot Toys and the Sideshow Darth Maul. So yeah, I just want to complete the Duel of the Fates.
Definitely,
So, yeah.
definitely.
And also the logo for the anniversary. I mean, Darth Maul is on it and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he doesn't get announced, then that's a huge F up from Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Philly, did you talk about this yet? I'm not sure if you spoke about this yet. Okay,
No, but in regards to Danny, like I agree with Danny. Based on my question, it depends on every situation. Like, would Harrison Ford know who Palpatine is? I mean, you never know because Harrison Ford doesn't really. You can tell he doesn't like. He never really acted with.
It's a different
Ian
case though,
McDermott.
because like they were making that movie back in the day, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
They didn't know they were making Star Wars. They were just like, dude, this is another fucking movie to me, bro. I'm just collecting these paychecks out here, smashing on Carrie Fisher. Like, who cares, bro?
Wow.
That's a giant dog to me, bro.
Pretty much, but I do agree with you though. It just depends on the situation, and
because that works for his character, right? Where he just doesn't give a shit. So that
he doesn't
works.
care.
No.
In regards to this figure, yeah, I mean it's just really weird how Hot Toys works. Like we got a Qui-Gon years ago, but it's like in the movie they were a pair, like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, or even Obi-Wan and little Annie, but we haven't gotten those guys, but we got Qui-Gon and it's like a straggler. So now when we get this, probably either this year or in the next couple of years, it's just very odd that, you get to pair them, but one figure is like 5 years older than the other one. It just doesn't make any sense. So they need to do better, product development with those. And if they're going to do something, they got to do as a package. Wouldn't that be awesome? Say, hey, we're going to release, it's the 25 years anniversary of this movie. We're going to release every figure and we're going to show you the prototype for every figure, and you get to order it right away. You don't get the mystery of, when is this one going to drop, or when is the other one going to drop, and or they never drop. I'm just as bitter about Rogue One. What would you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No Andor.
Or Andor, or not this person. It just doesn't make any sense. So, they need to get that more handled. Exactly. Or Aquaman, and I'm sure Aquaman will come soon.
Don't give me hope.
I hope so. I hope so. If it doesn't, I'm like, that was a weird move by Hot Toys. That does not make any sense. So, but yeah,
they could sell this in a 2-pack with Qui-Gon. Yeah. Like if they did like an artisan, people would buy it immediately. Like even if it's $500, like people will buy it. Doesn't matter.
It's no different than Han and Chewie. It's the same thing. So, yeah,
everyone will buy it just because they go together. They used to make Stormtrooper 2-packs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
As it was.
Did everyone go for Obi for this pick? Or move on to Dan's pick? Okay. Dan, so you picked Christian Bale Batman from Batman Begins, specifically Hot Toys?
Yeah, Hot Toys or Inner doesn't really matter that much.
It matters, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I mean the thing with Hot Toys, as we all know, their 2.0 is a complete dumpster fire. His nose is as long as the Pinocchio nose we saw earlier. The gauntlets aren't shiny. The cape and cape clips are misplaced, and cape looks horrible. And the cowl, the likeness is not there. And that's supposed to be a 2.0, so an improvement. And yeah, I recently rewatched Batman Begins, and it's one of the best Batman movies, definitely my top 3. And yeah, we deserve a good representation, and we haven't gotten it yet. And yeah, I heard, or Philly said that Inart won't tackle Batman Begins. I think they might do the Dark Knight suit first, so it will be a couple years, and then it's not sure if they do Batman Begins. So yeah, I'm kind of betting on Hot Toys, but seeing how they did this guy dirty, I don't have much hope for them. And I don't also want to go the custom route of buying like $100 head sculpt and then $100 cape and then $300 Hot Toys figure. Also don't want to do that, so I'm just waiting for the best figure.
Okay. What are your thoughts, Alex?
That's my favorite Batman suit. Like I love it.
Mine too.
Like, man, I don't get why Hot Toys has made this version like 4 or 5 times. I don't remember. Like, I think they started, the first one was like in 2008 or something like that. They got it wrong.
Three or four versions out from Hot Toys.
And the quarter scale, I have that one, and that was the best so far. But the clips on the cowl, they are not accurate.
Yeah.
They're not accurate. The cape is not accurate. Like, it's velvet, and they never understand that. Like, it drapes in a specific way, and they don't get that. And yeah, like I think like Inart would do a better job because they pay more attention to little details like that. But I don't know, like maybe Hot Toys feels a little intimidated by Inart at some point and makes it, but I don't know. Like, I love the suit, and I don't know why people don't love it that much.
Isn't Inart? Aren't they working on a Christian?
They're not working on this suit. They're working on
the Dark Knight.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And John from Inart told he was on Will and Kiko's show, and he a couple weeks ago, and he was asked about this, and he said no, they don't plan on anytime soon doing Batman Begins.
Is it necessary for them to make a Dark Knight version of the suit instead of?
I don't think so. Like, everybody's making that. Like, there's what's the other? J&D has one coming.
Yeah. Hot Toys coming out. The Armory from Dark Knight Rises and the one they just announced from the Dark Knight. Like, they keep pumping out the same suit over and over again.
I don't get it. It makes me mad.
I don't get it either.
It does, man. Like, this is the best Batman suit as opposed to the Robert Pattinson, in my opinion. Like, these two go hand in hand. Depends on like what flavor you like. If you like that more gothic look to Batman and that more like 2000s blockbuster look, this is your look, man. And this is kind of a shame that we don't have this in ultimate form yet. You know, out of every 2.0 and 3.0 that we've gotten, I mean, hell, we've gotten this figure, like Elf said, several times, and it is a damn criminal shame that it's not been made properly. It's super easy, it seems, on the surface, right? Make the head sculpt right, have the drape cape perfectly, give us the same batch you gave with Morbius so we can recreate this scene. It's not hard, man. You already have the parts, just re-release it. If they would have just done this for the 85th line and called it a day, I would have been a happy fan. This is an amazing pick, Dan. It makes me pissed off looking at it, though. I'm like, Hot Toys, you're letting us down, man. Like, come on, bro. How old is this?
It'll be 20 years old next year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's the 20th anniversary next year. So a lot of stuff is hitting 20, 25, 30 years anniversary. And I hope Hot Toys will tackle that. And hopefully we'll get it right this time, because they did get a lot of backlash from the last one. But unfortunately for me, I wanted to wait, but then since Inart said no, and Hot Toys, there's a 50-50 chance they might do it, I went with the custom route, unfortunately, Dan. I was trying to avoid that, but I got the opportunity to get a head sculpt from Kit, and I'm just gonna
the Jackson one.
Yeah, and I have the Jackson one, and I got points from Sideshow where I can just get one of the bodies for free, pretty much. So, it's just unfortunate that we have to do that, but you know, the one I have right now, it's the exclusive from like years ago. It's because this suit is not made as the same material as the Dark Knight. This is more like foam rubber, and it deteriorates. It falls apart, and mine is literally falling apart. So
Oh,
you
wow.
figure if it's something like that, they'd make it more often, but nope. I mean, they did, but it didn't come out great. So, but yeah, that's where I stand.
Matthew, what are your thoughts on this?
I think this suit is the better of the trilogy. You know, I think the other one has too much like lines on it and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
the new superhero. Yeah, but yeah, like this one, like I really like the cape, and I just like it. Honestly, if Hot Toys made like a good figure of this, I would consider it. But I just want to see it get well made. You know.
Okay. Adam, have you gone?
No, I think this is an awesome choice. I have DX19. I would love to get Batman Begins because I love the Nolan trilogy. I have not gotten the one that's, whatever it's. What is it a 2.0 that's currently for sale on Sideshow? What is
It's a reissue. It's the same thing.
Same thing. Yeah, I have just because it doesn't look good. I saw you got the head sculpt from Kit, Philly.
Yeah, I got it from a buddy that got it from Kit, but yeah, I haven't gotten it yet. It's on its way, but everybody, including Graham to
I saw he got it, yeah.
low key collector, we're all doing the same thing because we're just tired of waiting.
I mean, Sideshow can't give these away.
Even Justin, I think, did that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin's collection.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sideshow's got these things are on sale practically every week. They just can't, give these things
It's an
away.
awful figure. Like what they have is it's trash.
But I would get this would be a day one pre-order for me if they did it right. Absolutely.
To the day
did anyone go for this character? Okay, I'm gonna move on to Phillies. What are your thoughts there, Philly?
What's that?
This is supposed to be brown, by the way. So-
Yeah. So this is because there hasn't been one made yet, and I hope there's a possible chance on the new movie coming out, Deadpool and Wolverine. But I told Gio that I would love to see a Hugh Jackman brown and yellow suit. That's more, I know yellow is called sort of the classic. It was the original classic when it first came out, and then the brown and the gold suit like this one, it's more like an 80s, and it reminds me a lot of the Chris Claremont, Byrne, all the 80s style X-Men that you kind of remember and loved those stories. And then you had most of those characters were at their peak. I mean, I would say 90s was their peak with Jim Lee, but they also had a peak in the 80s with, you had Storm with the kind of like a mohawk, and then you have Marvel Girl, and you have Cyclops. They actually, in the 97, at the end of the season, then they donned these costumes, the older costumes, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they donned they went to Muir Island, and they had the old costumes, and they ended up putting them on. And I just love that brown suit. I think when Jim Lee took over in the 90s with the X-Men #1, he had the brown suit, and they kind of eventually migrated to the yellow blue suit. But it calls more to me like a Wolverine, because Wolverines tended to be brown oranged, like orange brown, so to see Hugh Jackman, that would be awesome. I mean, I'm just being greedy because we waited so long for Hugh Jackman to wear the suit. Now I'm kind of like, I want it all. If I'm gonna get something, I want it all. So give us that suit too. You kind of saw a little sneak preview of. There you go.
You have the
1M12. That's my favorite comic right there. And yeah, it's surprising that look how good it looks. It looks amazing. I mean, it's basically a Wolverine. So, but yeah, I'd be interested to see this, and if not, maybe down the line, or maybe do an exclusive they're gonna probably end up having like a conceptual work, kind of like concept art, like Captain America and all those concept versions. That'd be even cool. If they didn't have it in the movie, give us a Wolverine like this in the concept version. So yeah.
What's the what would be your percentage of the likelihood that we'll see this in Deadpool and Wolverine?
For me,
right,
25%.
25%.
25%. Yeah, I don't see it happening.
Okay. Alex, what are your thoughts?
I didn't grow up with this version, but I like how it looks. I remember I saw a Mezco figure. I think they did with the brown suit. Like I thought it would be cool to have a Hot Toys version of this, but I don't know if they'll ever make it. But it looks great. Like it's a classic. So
okay, how about you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this look, but I mean, basically, you could get a Hono Wolverine and paint the blue brown, and there you go. I mean, Philly, I know you do a lot of customs, so that might be a way to go.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Matthew, actually, Adam, what are your thoughts?
Sneaked, popping the claws for that one. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean that's to me that's actually like Philly. I think him and I are probably around the same generation, and those are the comics I remember most. Is when he has the that outfit on. I definitely see there we go.
He's missing the claws, but this is a custom I made. Sideshow made the Wolverine and brown suit years ago. All I did is I grabbed the Hugh Jackman head sculpt and I rooted it. And yeah, it's missing the claws right now because the claws fell off. Like I gotta re-glue them on.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
You see?
Oh, there you go.
That's cool.
Nice.
It's a 5'5" Hugh Jackman, or 5'3". How tall is Wolverine? 5'3", I think.
I think so. Yeah.
What did you use for the hair to root it?
Doll hair. It's the wigs that you buy on those websites that have the extra parts.
Okay.
Any other thoughts? I'm sorry.
It was my first rooting, by the way. So
That's nice.
Hard job.
To your point, I got to think that they're gonna have, much like they did with the Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's a strong chance that they'll have us, some sort of exclusive 2000 or 3000 run version of, same just that color outfit with Hugh Jackman's head. I think that's very likely.
That's a great point. You know how I know that too? Whatever first figure they start, the first figure announced has a higher likelihood there'll be another version of it because of towards the end of the run.
Oh, okay.
And that was the first one announced.
Matthew, you haven't gone yet, right? What are your quick thoughts on that?
I do like this look. I think if they did make one, it would be cool. It would be like, I think the blue and yellow one works as like a definitive version for that, like that colorway. So I think if they made like a comics version with this colorway, that'll probably be best. Like if they were to make another Wolverine. So.
Okay. How about you, Danny?
Yeah, dude, this is a great choice. I personally think that they could have probably gone for this look for the Hano version, knowing that we were going to get the Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's a good point.
Yeah, really, great pick, man. I kind of grew up with both versions, so I didn't really like have a preference like blue and yellow to brown and yellow. But the likelihood of seeing this suit on screen, I don't think it'll be in Deadpool and Wolverine, but I can see the MCU taking this costume route for their version of Wolverine, because we know inevitably it's not going to be Hugh Jackman. I do think that maybe not Deadpool and Wolverine, but I do think that Secret Wars will be literally the last time we see Hugh Jackman play the character. So afterwards, we'll see it 100%.
Okay, a quick question, because just your quick thoughts to replace Hugh Jackman as Wolverine: Danny Radcliffe or Edgerton? Danny.
I mean, I've heard rumors that Edgerton is his real life boyfriend now, so I think that'd be kind of symbolic and kind of, I don't want to say bittersweet if he passed the torch on to him. But there's also rumors that we might see Daniel Radcliffe in the film, or Taron Egerton as playing a Deadpool variant. Personally, I hope that it's not that. I hope that they just throw like a curveball and like give us like an Oscar award-winning actress or some shit. You know what I mean? Like somebody would like Glenn Close, or give me Meryl Streep, or what's her name? the chick from Fast and Furious that plays Shaw's mom.
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren. Give me Helen Mirren as Wolverine. Okay, I just want that. Just sounds like Ryan Reynolds humor, and I found I would have more enjoyment out of that than seeing Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine.
Okay. How about you, Philly?
Yeah, Taron. I think that he's the right age and the right shape. I mean,
I prefer Carl Urban. No.
Too old.
You know what?
Yeah.
But somebody did say they saw signs of he had a picture with his beard, kind of like speculating that it looked kind of he had the chops like Wolverine. So, but I mean, that was just him trying to throw people off. Just like they saw what's his name, Tobey Maguire with the Secret Wars T-shirt. With Wolverine and Spider-Man and other people. But...
That was Photoshop, Philly. Come on.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's all the same post. That was Photoshop.
I know. I'll believe anything on the internet, whatever.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I would really like to see a different actor because Wolverine's supposed to be that person that looks old but is not old because he's been around for a long time. So whoever can so instead of getting anybody that's young looking to grow the part, that's not Wolverine because Wolverine's supposed to be like 150 years old or 200 years old. I really don't know.
Yeah.
So somebody that can play that part, like Hugh Jackman, he plays that part flawlessly. He looks like he's really old, but he's not. You know what I mean?
He plays that part well because he made it his own. Right, like it's similar to like Robert Downey Jr. with Iron Man. Like Tony Stark doesn't really act like Robert Downey Jr. in the comics, but every time now I guarantee that when you read an Iron Man comic, you read it in Robert Downey Jr.'s voice. Like Wolverine, you read every single panel either in Hugh Jackman's voice or the '97 voice. So I think for the new approach for Wolverine, they need to stray away from that. Make Wolverine like such a side character, like I'm talking Jubilee level side character. Where he's just this like grumpy, like little short, hairy dude who's just a murder machine. Okay, make him the comic relief where you look over and you just see this dude like slashing shit up. Like, dude does not need to be on the front line.
For that.
You know who had that idea initially years ago? Alex Ross, when he did the concept art of Wolverine with Danny DeVito. That's exactly what you're describing right now. He literally did a concept drawing of Danny DeVito as Wolverine.
Could you imagine if we got Danny DeVito playing a Wolverine variant? Like, I could actually believe that in Deadpool Wolverine to call that out as a reference because that would be fun. Dude, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
Like Danny DeVito being Mini-Me in Austin Powers.
Yeah, dude. An comic accurate Wolverine, man.
Yomo says Taron Edgerton. Alex, how about you?
I think I like Daniel Radcliffe, man. Like when I heard the rumor, I got excited. Like I think he would do a great job. Like he's a very good actor. He's a very good actor.
Yeah, I just want a Tony.
Yeah, he's good, and I like the way he looks, and he's short. So yeah,
I think
I like him
before, but yeah, I'll be okay with that. I think at this point, but
it would be interesting.
Dan, how about you?
I really don't have a preference, but with Daniel Radcliffe, I always associate him with his iconic roles, and seeing him as Wolverine, I don't know, can't picture it yet, but maybe if we see some images, maybe, but I don't really have a preference.
How about you, Adam?
I like Taron. I saw him. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a mini series on Apple Plus where he goes inside a prison to try to catch a serial killer. What's it? Yeah, he was really good in that.
I saw that. Yeah,
I would like him for that role. I think he would be. I think Carl Urban is a really good choice. I just think he might be too old because they're going to want to sign someone to a 12 to some crazy 12 to 15-year contract.
As long as
Marvel's going to continue to go in that direction anymore. Like I don't know if Marvel's going to be around for another. Let's get this straight. Marvel will be around for the next 15 to 100 years. Will Marvel Studios, as we know it, continue like it is for the next 10 to 15 years? I don't think the answer is yes. I think that after Secret Wars, it's going to be a complete reboot, a reset of everything. And they might go back to square one and just do one-off standalones. Because I feel like at that point, audiences will have enough of seeing crossover events. Because how do you do bigger than Secret Wars? You're not going to have people getting into tickets and getting into those seats because they're going to be like, okay, we just seen Robert Downey Jr., Hugh Jackman, and Wesley Snipes on screen together. You can't top that. You can't top Tobey Maguire interacting with Wesley Snipes, bro. So
that might be the case, actually.
Yeah, so I don't think that. I don't see Marvel continuing the way that they're going to after Secret Wars. It's going to be a reboot after that. That's going to be their grandmas. Like, that's going to be like their, all right, mic drop. Thank y'all for the last 20 years. Peace.
Marvel versus DC. You never know.
Would people care
Versus
though?
Capcom.
No, I know we would care. I know we would all care, but at that
Right,
point, because you're talking at least like another 10 to, about 15 to 20 years. Because let's say James Gunn's universe takes 10 to 15 years to get set up and established. 15 to 20 years from now, will people care enough to go watch Marvel versus DC? Because Robert Downey Jr. won't be playing Iron Man anymore. You know, Tom Holland ain't gonna be Spider-Man anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah, all I know that 15 years ago, to think that I don't know, Deadpool and Wolverine would be together, that would be thinking asinine. Like that's crazy talk, you know. And then here we are, like, oh wait, they're gonna be in a movie. Wow.
Yeah.
So anything's possible.
I think it's so hard to get people to go to the movie theater now, and in a few years, if what sounds like two companies, Warner and Disney, working together on one film, I think if they create some sort of profit sharing arrangement, and certainly in terms of licensing, which is really make the money, I think it might be in their best interest in a few years from now to have a Marvel versus DC film. Absolutely.
I thought I read something that James Gunn would be open to that, but again, it's up to the other studio as well.
That's like a red button to me, though. Like that's such a.
It is.
Hey, we know that comic book movies are dying. Let's go ahead and give you guys one last big movie before we say goodbye. That'd be okay. It'd be such a bittersweet movie experience, but I'd be okay with that. But make that the end game for comic book films. Don't do that right now.
As long as we get Batman films, so.
That's never gonna stop. Yeah.
Right. Matthew Radcliffe or Taron Egerton?
You say
From
Matthew
those
Radcliffe?
Daniel?
From those two, probably Taron, but I would prefer Carl Urban, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I recently got a friend into The Boys, and he was like describing which character he liked. He's like, the guy that looks like Wolverine. And I just feel like he'd be good. He'd be good at it.
Yeah.
He looks the part.
There you go.
This could be Wolverine, y'all. Come on now. He ain't that old.
Danny, do a Wolverine version of him.
Could. But he's got to get casted though. Okay, if I spend 15 plus hours on this shit, I don't want to do it.
My sister Alice dropping by saying hello, friends. Hello, Alice.
Is that who's in the intro?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's my friend's daughter.
Okay.
That's who's. And then her brother is Ghostface.
Cool.
So
Spoiler alert! Damn, Gio.
Not me. All right, so let's move on to. Yeah, we took a while for this one, but let's move on to the next fantasy figure, and this is Alex, and this is Hook and Peter Pan, Robin Williams. So there you go, Alex.
Yeah, something no one cares about. Dude, I love that movie as a kid. Like, I loved it. And I always wanted a figure of these two that look great. Would love to see this. Like, I know nobody cares about this movie. Most people hate it. But it was very iconic when I was a kid. So, yeah, man, like Dustin Hoffman as Hook, Peter Pan, Robin Williams. It'd be cool.
This is one of the few Steven Spielberg movies I have not seen yet.
Wow.
So I need to see that. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Philly, you need to step out, right?
Yeah, I'll be back shortly. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
Oh, no, just that. Like, I know people are not fans of this movie, but yeah, I liked it, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Like,
I need to see it. Fantasy Figure Zone, bro. Like you're getting to pick from. This is really like, yeah, we're picking figures, but really getting a chance to talk about either a show or a movie that we really like and seeing how if anybody else has seen it or what our thoughts are. I haven't seen Hook since I was a kid, but I remember this being a relatively cute movie. You may hate me for this one, Alex. I prefer this is the one I grew up with. I don't remember who was in it, but it was like the early 2000s version.
Oh, I know that. I know that one. Yeah.
It wasn't the one with Hugh Jackman playing.
No. That one was with the guy who plays Malfoy's dad.
That guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the 2003 version, I think.
Yeah, that's the one I grew up with. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like 3 years old when this one came out. So, yeah, it's like.
What year did this one come out? 90?
91.
91. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was super young, man. And
yeah, that tracks. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm doing a ranking Spielberg stream for the Met Report sometime this summer, so I need to watch this before that.
The soundtrack of this movie is amazing. Really, like one of the best.
John Williams, the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is a great score.
And then Yomo agrees with this. He says, yes, Hook, Pan, and Rufio.
That'd be so cool. Like, it's funny, like, I never hear people talking about this movie anymore unless they all say negative stuff.
I forgot about this movie. Like, I know it existed, right? Maybe because I hadn't seen it, but I did forget about this one.
The movie poster is great. Like, Drew Struzan made it, so it's like a very classic, stylized poster. So
I miss movie posters like that, dude, where it was an actual artist drawing them. There's one left currently that I'm a big fan of, who is actually a Hot Toys collector here in the community. He's in the BTS groups. His name is Rory Kurtz. He did the poster for Baby Driver. Bad Omens for Amazon Prime. Walking Dead the final season poster. Like, he's incredible, and I love that whenever an artist is able to create a movie poster, like in Raiders of the Lost Ark, the original Star Wars trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy who made the original Raiders and all those, like, it's my favorite artist in posters.
Yeah,
those are nice. MB Dyson 829 says they should have Doug Ray Scott, who was originally cast as Wolverine, play a variant in DP3. That would be a deep cut. MB Dice, thanks so much for dropping by here. Greatly appreciate it. I haven't seen you in the live streams for a while, but welcome back. Any other thoughts, Alex? Okay. Dan, how about you? Have you seen this?
I think so. I think I might have watched this one as a kid on TV, but I'm not too sure. But I think I watched it, yeah. But you got me intrigued when you said John Williams. You know, I just love good movie scores. I think today's movies are lacking in this department. So yeah, I might have to check it out. And I also just love 90s movies. So yeah, might have to check it out.
How about you, Adam?
Greatest director of all time, Steven Spielberg. I saw this movie opening day, actually, with my dad. I'm going to be doing that ranking of Spielberg films with you.
Mm-hmm.
This is not his best film. It's not his worst film, and I'm not going to tell you what I think is his worst film. This is not his worst film.
Yeah. What is his worst
film? Well, you have to tune into the show. Let me do it. But it's not his worst film. I remember seeing it, and my initial reaction was, I go to, like, my dad and I are walking out, and I'm like, was that good? I don't know. Like, it kind of,
questioning it, not a good sign.
Yeah, did I enjoy it? Like, I felt bad because I loved, and I still love Spielberg, and Robin Williams, and of course John Williams we talked about, and I'm like, why didn't I love that? And it's my disappointment was in seeing all the other films that Spielberg's done and it not hitting that level for me. But if you take that out of it, it's an enjoyable family film. My daughter loves it. My wife loves it. There's a 1/6 scale figure of Robin Williams that I do want. That's on the list I gave to you, Gio. It's not this figure, but that's I'll save that for a future show. But I definitely listen. I'm all for diverse figures of characters, and anything from a Spielberg film, absolutely. Interesting choice. I like it.
And Matthew, I don't think you've seen this because I haven't seen it, so I haven't showed it to you. But any thoughts on this?
No, I have no idea what this is.
The tagline of the movies: "What would happen if Peter Pan grew up?" So it's Robin Williams. 30 years into the future, he grows up, has a family, and he has to remember who he was before becoming a.
He has to become Batman. Being. I mean, Peter Pan again.
Right. How about you, Danny?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I grew up with was it 2003? Y'all said film. That was my version of Peter Pan, just because it's what I was shown on DVD as a kid. I'm sure if I was shown Hook, it would have been this one. But yeah, man, great pick. Like we said, I'm more or less of a fan of the movie poster for this one. I'm a sucker for that artist, man. I forget the artist's name, like you said.
Drew Struzan.
What is it?
Drew Struzan, I think it's his name.
Struzan. Okay, cool. Yeah, fantastic.
He's a great artist. Yeah,
he did the prequels too. Like I think my favorite he did was The Revenge of the Sith, like with Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting it. The way he paints is very. It's like I think he uses oil painting, and it's very, very. I don't know. It just looks classic, and it looks almost like how 50s propaganda posters were painted, right? Very, very smoothly and elegantly. So, great pick, man.
Yeah.
You liked it, man. Like I know nobody cares about this
movie. You're like, we're doing a movie night right now.
Yeah, it's not like I watch it every year or something, but it's like it brings good memories, and you know that's what it's all about. Like when you buy figures, most of the time it's like, oh, I like this as a kid, or I have a certain connection with this. So yeah, this was important to me. So,
Philly, you haven't
you also
done
had Julia Roberts in it, and right, she was Tinkerbell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tinkerbell. Mm-hmm.
Bob Hoskins that's great. Bob Hoskins was Smee.
Yep. Yeah, great film. That's why I wanted to come back, because I got excited seeing this, because it was one of my favorites growing up, and the score is amazing, John Williams, and it kind of, this is pre-CG, so it gave you that kind of like, you know, it didn't give you too much, and it just let your imagination kind of run wild, like especially with that crocodile. You know, it wasn't. Yeah. It was. You know, it wasn't real, and it was dead, I think, or it was fake or something like that. But it just kind of let my, you know, when you're a little kid, you just, you know, you think, oh my God, it's scary. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a great film. I think definitely Dustin Hoffman and Robin Williams did an amazing job playing those characters, and I do occasionally love watching it once a year or so. So
it's a nice movie.
All right. I think everyone went for this, right? So let's see here. Let's move on to the next one, and this is Mr. Danny Spotchka's pick.
This photo, bro. The hell, bro.
I have another one, but I just wanted to show this one real quick. So, we got the deep from the boys. So there you go, Danny.
Yeah, Gio texted me and was like, "What's your fantasy figure for this week?" I just, during the duration for the boys season 4, just doing the different members of the 7. Yeah, kind of like what I said last week with A-Train, man. I don't like the deep nearly as much as I like A-Train, but give me the whole 7. I was just on the phone with Austin this week, and now he wants the 7. I think that the hype with season 4 is really maybe pushing, hopefully, companies to hopefully make these 2 figures at least. Like, we've already got Noir. We definitely need at least Toys R Us or so somebody to make a decent Butcher figure. And I would really love to put A-Train and the Deep in there with Homelander. Just because, like I've said to Gia, like I think it'd be funny to give him the octopus accessory just for shits and giggles, man. You know, I like all those figures in funny scenarios. I think I would honestly give the Deep the championship belt that for figure stock. But yeah, man. Give me more boys figures, man. This is like one of the hottest shows out right now, and I think it's strange to me that more companies aren't taking advantage of that. Like, I get it's an X-rated show, like it's kind of more of the gory side, but so is Game of Thrones, man. Like, you know, I made a shit ton of figures from that in art, so come on, give me boys.
I would say the boys is more X-rated now than.
I mean, yeah. This season,
I did see the newest episode, by the way. I did see it last night.
Yeah, that one was pretty wild. But I mean, even besides that, man, it's a show, right? At the end of the day, it is my favorite TV show, and like me and Austin were saying, bro, like it's kind of unfortunate when you look at your display and you're like, dude, that's my favorite show, but they don't make shit for it, right? They don't make that many figures for the boys. That needs to change. Hot Toys and art, somebody, please. Anyway, that's my pick for this week, though.
Matthew, your thoughts? I know you like the show.
Oh, hell yeah!
I would day one pre-order this. Love the show, but they don't make anything. Even the pops are kind of hard to get, but like give me anything from this show and I'll buy it. Like I have the Call of Duty skins.
Hey.
They just need to make stuff.
Who's your main on Call of Duty, Matthew? Is it Noir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love Noir, dude. Especially with the animations that pop up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
Buster Beaver.
Adam, your thoughts?
I never felt such sympathy for Octopus.
I
saw this show.
She's liking it, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a huge calling for this. A lot of love for this show. They should, there really needs to be a in art or Hot Toys level. Maybe 3-0. I mean, they have some pretty good Walking Dead. I have a Rick Grimes one right next to me here. And some 3-0 shows. Some 3-0 figures are spotty, but overall they do some pretty good quality. I wish one of those would have the license. Who's got the license now? Is it all third party?
Our Ace, my man. Unfortunately.
That's
But currently we have So Toys, it's Butcher. We have Toys Era, mostly doing a bunch of Homelanders. See, that's the thing. Enough fucking Homelanders, right? We've gotten like 4 or 5 different Homelanders at this point. Give me a different Butcher. That's the main character. Give me a Mother's Milk. Give me a Frenchie. Give me a Huey.
I saw a Star Ace because I like the Rocky films, and I wanted to get a Rocky, and I saw a Star Ace, a new Rocky that they did, and it looks terrible.
Don't get that.
I think they've only produced one decent looking figure, and I only said it because it's an Austin's collection. And it's the Voldemort. Everything else that they've produced has been absolute shit. So I don't know why Amazon would give them the licensing, especially for as big as the show is. They know that this show is literally tailored towards dorks and nerds like us, so I don't understand why you wouldn't capitalize on that.
Yeah. Dan, I don't remember. Have you seen The Boys? I don't think we talked about this before.
This is gonna break Danny's heart, but I haven't seen The Boys yet. But I will check it out, definitely. Is this the last season?
No, it's
season 4?
They're setting up for the last season. This is the prelude, the calm before the storm, if you will.
Yeah. Season 4,
Okay.
yeah. Alex, I know we talked about because Danny had another.
I want Danny to get all of his figures.
Right?
I want him to get everything. Like if I was a praying man, I would pray for him to get them.
Thank you.
Well, there you go.
But I'm not a praying man, so.
I love that we bring up prayer with the D, bro. That is hilarious.
Prayer
I
for
just hope,
this.
I don't get it either. Like it's so popular, and Hot Toys doesn't have the license. They don't make figures. Like I don't get it, but I hope you get them, man. Like I know you really like the show. They're cool characters. I think like people would buy them. So yeah.
Hopefully, man. One can.
I hope you get them, man. I hope you get them.
Thank you.
I'm hoping for a fantasy figure realize.
Dude, you're gonna see the happiest Spotchka you'll ever see on.
I really want to see you with all 7.
Dude, the 7 in the
crying,
collection. Dude, I'll retire from collecting. I'm saying it right now on the movie.
Oh,
Canon.
wow.
I will retire
Okay.
From collecting.
And they're never gonna make them because they want your money.
100%, bro. Oh man.
Philly, you haven't got a chance to talk about this, right?
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of The Boys. I love the show. I've literally started watching that since season 1, and same with Invincible. It's just it's they're I know one's animation and one's realistic, but they're similar stories, like very similar, with that comic book feeling, but also with that hard rated R edge, and I've tried to collect figures like these to kind of there's two reasons why I stopped. Is because I would start buying one or two figures, and then all of a sudden you wouldn't hear from anyone else, any manufacturer, not making more. So I would be like, okay, you know what? I don't see me finishing the line, so I'm gonna sell the figure back. And that was particularly with Watchmen. I started collecting Watchmen, and I got what's his name, Rorschach.
Rorschach.
And and you know, we got the comedian, and then we recently got what's his name, Ozymandias or
Ozymandias.
Oh
yeah.
that's right, yeah.
But we still haven't seen, Night Owl. Yeah, we
Night Owl.
yeah. So we still haven't seen them. So in order to complete a line, it could easily take up to 10 years because nobody's really stepping up to the plate. And I see the same thing with this. I thought I almost got Butcher one time, but and then I almost got Homelander, but then the same thoughts kind of went through my head, like, are they going to do the whole line? It's going to take 10 years, and they're going to stop. And so I have to be very careful nowadays to watch what I get. And I do love the material, but unfortunately for a collection, I'm going to pass, and I'll be like, no, I can't go through that headache again.
You could get away with just a Homelander. I think just
I could.
Collection.
I could. I have the Invincible, and then Omni-Man pair, but I'm kind of now selling them. I'm actually going to sell them as a pair, if anybody's interested. But yeah, because I just don't see them anywhere in my collection, so that's unfortunate.
I don't think I read this yet. Yomo says magnetic attachable octopus.
Yeah. So I do have a question for you guys. Since we're all fans of the series, there's so many. Every season has a different interpretation of the 7. So which 7? If I was going to get this line, if this was going to get announced, which season of the 7 should we get? Are we going to get season 1, or should we get season 4 with Sister Sage and et cetera, or what?
I haven't seen the new season yet, so I don't know.
I want the 7 that includes what the hell's her name from season 2?
Oh, Firestorm or Stormfront or whatever.
Stormfront. Yes.
You want the Nazi?
The Nazi, yeah.
for the
Damn, Gio.
She was very mean, man.
Yeah.
Not because I agree with it, obviously, but I'm just talking about.
No, but she was a cool villain.
She was a good villain. Yeah, like it was like, damn, like this girl needs to go.
I think I have to, because you get
all I hear Firecracker is the next episode is going to be interesting. I haven't watched it, so I got to go watch it.
Yeah, dude, Firecracker.
Never mind.
No spoilers. I'm waiting for the season 2.
2 more episodes.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
Yeah, I want to binge it.
Me too. I get really anxious waiting each week for something. So.
Dude, you should see my reaction once every 6 o'clock in the morning hits. Once the episode ends, you see a very visible, angry spot. She's just so upset that I have to wait a whole ass another week, dude. I'm gonna be a wreck in 2 weeks when this shit wraps. Probably so
that's why I'm waiting with House of the Dragon. I watched the first episode, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for the whole season 2 be over because.
Okay.
Yeah, that one I'm watching as it goes through, but.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so no spoilers, but there's something that happens with Anthony Starr with Homelander in the latest episode. His reaction to something that happens is like my favorite, I think, in the whole Crawley series.
I'm trying to think back. What are you referring to, Gio?
Well, I don't want to get into
specifics, right? But I'm like, huh?
But I guess I'll talk to you about that in private or something. But anyways, did everyone go? I think we're good with this one now, right? Actually, there's some in the comments. Actually, let me go in there real quick. Let's see. I'm like way behind here. Damn. Okay. Oh, Philly says, "Hey, an octopus has suction cups in their tentacles." MB Dyson 829 says, "I like this show, but not something I'd buy figures from either." So, let's see. Oh, it's saying about MB Dyson. I watched Gen V all in one night between boys episodes this week. Yeah, that's a very good show because I was kind of like concerned of like, oh, they're doing a spinoff. Is it gonna suck? Because it's gonna like, I don't know. because you just never know what's been off. So
I had people asking me this last month, like, "Hey, do I need to watch that?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, 100% it ties into the show. Like they fill in the blanks if you haven't watched it, so you don't have to, but it will add more context for you if you do."
Definitely. Let's see here. We have just talking about shows there. Okay, so I think everyone went for this one, right? Let me know if you haven't. But let's move on to there's 2 more segments here. So this is I'm gonna do this kind of quick because I thought it's gonna take much longer what I was gonna do. But we have the best 2024 figure announcements so far. So we're in July, so we're halfway done with the year, and there's a lot of announcements. There was a lot more than last year at this point, right? If I remember correctly, I think there's a lot more announcements this time. But I asked you guys individually, what was your favorite or the best announcement so far in 2024? It could have been Hot Toys or in our, any one of those big 1/6 scale manufacturers. So I'm going to start with Matthew. So Matthew's pick was the Luke Skywalker Artisan Hot Toys. What do you have to say there, Matthew?
I mean, you just look at it, like I said earlier, like his robes, they do like the robes he wears in episode 6, and they just make them better. I like the chain for the cape, and he has like the kind of like the vampire cape, kind of, like
Dracula,
and but yeah, like I pre-ordered this, and I just cannot wait for this to come out.
Yeah, so we'll see how it comes out with the short hair, artisan rooted hair stuff. We'll see how that turns out. I pre-ordered this one too, so both of us did. But any thoughts, guys, on this choice before we'll go to the next one here?
It's a solid choice, man.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Dark Empire is awesome.
Let's move on to. Well, actually, there's more comment here. Let's see here. Let's see. Great, thanks. Had an awesome stream with Joyce. Oh, you're just talking about yourself. So, okay. All right. So let's see. The next one here is Alex, and it's the Return of the Jedi Han Solo. So go on, take it away, Alex.
What can we say, my friends? What can we say? Come on, like, when was the last time that a Han Solo was released with Force Awakens? Like, everybody needed a young Han Solo. So there you go.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it was Bespin Han. I would buy that, honestly.
Yeah.
But this is pretty cool. Like, this is so iconic. So cool. So cool. Such a great figure.
Jacket on or jacket off, Alex?
Jacket off.
Yeah,
Agreed.
check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised with this announcement because, the anniversary was last year and we got this in January.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it. And out of nowhere.
Doesn't that annoy the hell out of y'all? Like, it's not like the movie's been out for 40 fucking years, man. Like, come on, bro.
But it's like, it's not even the anniversary anymore. But I guess we all know that with Hot Toys, it could be anything at any time. Like, we started getting these Revenge of the Sith, right? Which maybe we'll get into in just a bit. Any other thoughts on Alex's pick here?
Definitely picking this one up, bro.
This is a toss-up for me between this and my other choice. And the only reason I ended up not going with this is because I really want the best. But I got this day one pre-order, this Endor Han.
Yeah, me too.
But the only reason I just chose my other choice rather than this one is because I really want that Bespin Han, probably like everyone else. And that would be my number one pick for a figure of all. I'm actually probably going to display him with the coat because I have the A New Hope Han Solo with the vest. So just some variety on the shelf.
Dude, yeah, I think the jacket on with some stormtroopers, like with some Ewoks, would actually be pretty sick.
I think there's a space. I'm looking down. You can't see off camera, but next to in between a biker scout and Princess Leia and Wicket Endor is probably where he's going to go.
Perfect spot too. You just see that door that he was standing behind for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on Adam? Was Adam?
No, that's
Alex pick. Whoops.
Alex's pick.
Any other thoughts?
Yeah, it was time for this guy.
I'm sorry. It was what?
it was time for this guy because the first Han Solo, like the New Hope one, was like one of the first Hot Toys figures, or in the beginning stages of Hot Toys. So yeah, it was time, and I also have the Wicked and Leia, so I'm definitely gonna put him with them.
Yeah, because I don't have Han Solo yet, but
I just noticed, and I think they got the DL44 design wrong, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
They do that. They do that a lot.
With the weapons.
They recycle. So I don't remember if I think that one from Return of the Jedi had little holes.
On the tip.
Yeah, I think it did. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up. But they do that all the time.
Okay. Any other thoughts on this on Alex's pick before we move on to Phillies?
Alex, do you have the original release with Chewie?
I had it.
You had it?
Yeah.
Did you sell it?
Yes, I did.
Got it. So you miss it, or?
It's one of the figures. Those two and Obi-Wan from. I'm big. I'm all big here. The one from those the Han and Chewie and Obi-Wan. I miss those figures.
Yeah,
I just wanted to show the reason why you sold.
Oh yeah. I sold everything because I moved to this thing.
He wanted that 1-to-1 scale, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a good opportunity to get this, and we've been asking this for a long time. So
I might buy it. I'm not sure, but it's one of those things that I'm like, I might not even display it at the moment, but I might grab it just because you never know. You know, with Hot Toys, like they might never release Bespin Han, or I might regret it in the future. So
it could always be a great like office desk decoration too, right? Like just have a figure next to your computer or something.
Danny, I have a problem. Like if I start with one,
like all of us. Actually.
Look, man, I get it. This hobby's like Pringles. You pop one, you can't stop. I understand.
Yep.
I'm running into that problem. I'm having to pick one figure to put in my booth, only one, and I'm gonna switch it out like once every 6 months. Where I'm like, damn, I'm gonna look at it and be like,
oh, it's so hard.
Yeah.
I said I'm only gonna buy 4 lightsabers, and
look what happened.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you sold it, because my boots are just peeling off like crazy. They're falling apart.
And the belt, like the what is it called, the bandolier from Chewie feels like the materials are awful. Yeah, when I sold it, when I was packing the figure, I was a little sad, and the moment I put it on the blister, the belt cracks.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, they really need to artisan up a Chewbacca figure. They need to
start using real leather for this, because they are way too expensive to keep using that.
I think we're gonna be getting an Ultimate Chewie, and I think that'll be everybody's ultimate favorite Star Wars figure, just based alone on how it looks and how screen accurate the figure looks, because they get away without having to look skin accurate or whatever have you.
Well, I hope they. In regards to that pleather, I recently found out that you may not think that your figure might not be, peeling, but if you keep your figure in a pose, in a museum pose, for a very long time, and you don't move it, and then all of a sudden you start moving it again or reposing it, it will peel. Because I had my Ghost Rider from, the Marvel show. What's it called? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, and I initially thought that jacket was leather. I really thought it was leather, and I had it in a museum pose for God knows what, 6-7 years. And recently I did a pose with him with the Batman motorcycle, and I did a picture of it, and I reposed it, and all of a sudden the jacket just started falling apart. Like very sad. I was so sad because it was just, I would touch it and just it fell apart like ashes. And it's just very unfortunate that your figures don't have that longevity.
Yeah, that happened to me with the Indiana Jones with the DX05 from Hot Toys. I had that figure 3 times. The 3 times the same thing happened. I touched it once, and just the jacket started peeling off. Like there's nothing you can do. Like once that starts.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Phillies. A pick. So the best 2024 figure announcement so far is the Hugh Jackman Wolverine. What are your thoughts, Philly?
So yeah, I mean, like I said before, that we've been waiting for this for almost 24 years, 23 years. When they first came out with the first X-Men, apparently like it looked cool at the time, the 2000, and life comes to a full circle when X-Men 97, when they did that bit where Cable's telling Cyclops, oh, are you gonna wear, am I gonna wear this clown suit? And he's like, well, at least it's not black leather. And in the original X-Men, you have Wolverine telling Cyclops, you really guys go out with these leather suits. And he's like, well, what do you want to go out with? Yellow spandex. So it's a full circle, but comic accuracy is important, especially for these type of characters. But sometimes comics to film doesn't really translate very well. So you have to find that fine line between. I think they did good on the suit. They maybe did a little too much with the lines, a little more too much detail. But I think they did a really great job with, considering Hugh Jackman and his movability, and his physique, and I think they did great. I mean, it looks great. It looks like Wolverine. You can see from far away, and I'm particularly excited about the mask. The mask is the one thing we always been hankering for ever since the Wolverine, when they had that deleted scene that was a tease of the mask, which made perfect sense because that mask simulates sort of almost samurai like a samurai, and he came from ancient Japan, and I think that was the avenue they were going to try to go, saying that he went to Japan and they gave him this samurai mask, or this mask, to conceal his identity, and it looked like it's a Wolverine, but it looked like also like a samurai mask. So but yeah, I mean, it's cool, and I like that we get both the head sculpt and the mask, and yeah, I'm very excited about this, and I'm looking forward to. I'm so excited that just making sure my wife is not here. She was right here a few minutes ago. I'm so excited that I'm getting two. So
you're gonna get in trouble.
You gotta get two because yeah, we're good. Because no, because it's like you can't make up your mind if you want to do a head sculpt one and another one with the mask, and or if you want to go the custom route, you can do a battle damage one. Even though they give you the parts, you can still enhance more battle damage. Same with the Hono one too. The Hono one, that looks amazing. That's it's also the same costume, but that Hono version is more kind of animated more, but the claws are a little more larger and wider, and he's shorter, so it almost reminds me of the Wolverine from Marvel versus Capcom. Actually, it is kind of like that Wolverine. But yeah, it's definitely a great time to be a collector because you're getting a lot more comic accuracy. And here's one good example right here. Here's my latest recent custom I made because I wanted to go with comic accuracy. So I got a John Bernthal, Punisher, and I kit bash. All the stuff was these are all spare parts I had in my parts I've had in my closet that I just put together, and I was able to make a custom
That's
Punisher.
really cool.
Thank you.
That's dope.
So
I like that.
Any thoughts, guys, on Philly's pick here?
Yeah, this is an awesome choice. I think my three favorite Marvel characters: Wolverine, Cap, and Captain America, and Spider-Man. And to know that we'll be getting one with the Hugh Jackman in the classic yellow and gold. I'm really excited about that. The only reason I have not pre-ordered this yet, I'm gonna get this. 100% gonna get this. The only reason I haven't pre-ordered it is I got 12 pre-orders I'm waiting for. So I feel like I gotta get a couple of those in this summer, like Mace Windu and the Clone Wars Obi-Wan, the red and blue Spider-Man, etc. before I go and order something else here. But without a doubt, this is coming home. This is coming here. So excellent choice.
Thank you.
We have Mr. Yomo saying Wolverine would be my choice for sure. Other than Wolverine, I really like the Sidious and Darth Maul announcements. Let's see. Any other thoughts before we move on to Adam's pick? Okay, so Adam's pick is Darth Sidious from Revenge of the Sith. Take it away, Adam.
Nice.
Power, ultimate power. I mean, there's, in my view, Palpatine, Shiv Palpatine, Darth Sidious, the Emperor, whatever you want to call him, is the greatest villain of all time in movie form. I think, he's had a lot of iconic scenes. The final battle in Return of the Jedi, but I really think that battle he has with Yoda in the Senate chamber is just, and that edited together with Anakin and Obi-Wan's final showdown, I think is so awesome. And this figure, it looks like a movie still right there. When we think about why we get Hot Toys, why I started to get Hot Toys, it's because I graduated from the first to 3 3/4 inch figures, then to the Black Series and Marvel Legends, and now to Hot Toys. And I graduated to Hot Toys for those realistic head sculpts that you're just not going to get as good as some of those Marvel Legends are and the Black Series. You're just not going to get the same level as you do with a Hot Toy. And you show this to anyone, they're going to think that's a still from Revenge of the Sith, and not a photo of an action figure. So I think I cannot wait to have him on my shelf. The only dilemma I have right now is I actually have, when I talked about those pre-orders, I have the Clone Wars Palpatine on pre-order, and it's I think one payment left. With the one that has the shipping on it. I haven't canceled it yet because, again, I love this character. I can see having one set up like the Senator Palpatine, and then another one, obviously this one here. I want to wait till those final, release video to make my final judgment. But it's gonna be a long. When's this coming out? The end of next year, probably. This Darth Sidious. It's gonna be a long 18 months or so till this thing comes out, because this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Any thoughts, guys, on Adam's pick?
Dude, yeah. For this, I just wanted to mention, it looks like he took Yoda's lightsaber and made the kyber crystal bleed. I don't know why they made the blade look so short in this photo, but yeah, dude, I think that this particular photo of Palpatine, I would love to use this reference for a piece. This is one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest looking Star Wars figure that they've done yet. Yeah, dude, I'm very tempted to pick this up. I know it's not OT, but dude, it works, man. It's power, unlimited power, as you were saying. Do it. Yeah, this is.
I was just. He was scary. I think he was even twice as scary as he was in the original OT.
Yeah.
That scene.
Yeah.
Especially when he's like, ah. Yeah, and you just see the back of his fucking throat, bro.
Yeah.
Scariest throat.
That was scary.
I'm too weak. Yep. And, the end of the movie where he's
no.
Yeah.
You know what? One of my favorite scenes of his is the very end of the film where Anakin, in not just in name but in body, becomes Darth Vader. He rises, is Padme, is she okay? Is she alive? And he says, "It seems that you killed her," with your anger. And Vader goes, "No." And then you see it cuts to Palpatine's face.
His little smirk.
This smirk. Yeah, this evil grin. He's just loving it.
Yeah,
That's
right
the mark
there,
of a bad dude. Bad dude.
Yeah, Palpatine is awesome. It's a great pick.
Yeah, it's great in this. MB Dyson says the two Affleck Batmans that I missed. Batman vs Superman Armored. I don't have the Justice League either, but prefer Batman vs Superman. I have Tactical and Nightmare already. Yoma says, I was blown away by this photo of the figure because of how much it looks like the actual set photo.
Yeah.
Let's see. Looks like talking amongst yourselves there. Okay, so let's move on to, I think this is Dan. Yeah, Dan. So Han Solo again. Return of the Jedi.
We hate the Acolyte and we like Han Solo.
Yeah, I mean, I said it already. It was time for this guy. I was really happy when I saw this announcement because, I wanted a Han Solo for a long time, but their 2-pack, like the prices on eBay are just insane, like $900, something like that for the 2 figures. I'm not paying that, and I'm also hoping for a 2.0 Chewie, like we said, and I like the Endor look. I would have also preferred the Bespin with the blue jacket, but I think when you take the coat off and pose him like that, I mean, it works fine for Han Solo. And the base is also pretty cool. It's like the new bases, the round ones, the circular ones, and then with the grass on it, like the Endor forest diorama look. Looks really solid so far.
Yeah, this one.
Do you guys think that, much like we were just talking about the Batman Begins figure, where there's, I don't know what you call it, the artists who are selling different head sculpts of Batman, that, when this comes out, that there's going to be artists out there who are going to sell Bespin jackets that you can put on?
Topo 100% if it's something that people are communicative about and are very, very like talkative about and informative, just like, speak with your wallets, right? Like tell Topo like, hey, we really want a Bespin jacket. I'm sure other companies will do it too, right? Like it's just a blue jacket, man. Like I'm sure somebody will.
I know there's a lot of people out there who they get different pieces and Philly, much like you did with the Punisher there, that awesome Punisher, but it's a little bit harder with Han because you got to get a head sculpt, you got to get the body, you got to get the clothing. If you're already getting this figure and it's just a matter of getting a jacket, I mean, maybe the pants are an exact color as the ones
the pants
are in Empire, or the shirt's not the exact shirt, but until they come out with the Bespin Han official, I'd be all right. I'd kind of make do if it just had the jacket.
There was a guy, I don't remember his name, but he used to sell a Bespin kit per se. So, and it was like $250, I think. But it had the jacket, the pants, boots, a holster. Everything was to replace the outfit of A New Hope Han. But it was expensive. I don't remember who the guy was, but it was pricey. And if you find it in groups, they still sell it for quite a lot, I think.
Could also get the old Sideshow version of Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Then you also have the clothes, basically.
Yeah, but the heads, I've looked into that, but the head is not Hot Toys head.
Yeah, you would have to use the head then, the Hot Toys head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's move on to Danny's pick. And he also picked Hugh Jackman from the new film. So,
yeah, man.
Your quick thoughts there, Danny.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of also debating on getting 2 of these things just because this might end up being the one that ends up in my booth for a while, put right next to Deadpool, because I feel like you can get away with putting them right next to each other. But this, I've said on Copper Drop, I'm pretty sure I said it on Figures Talk when it was announced, this is by far the best Marvel figure that Hot Toys has ever produced, man. This is the king. And I'm so glad that they put all the work into Hugh Jackman, right? They very easily could have not. I know a lot of people weren't exactly happy with how the 73 version came out. I love mine personally. I'm not going to get rid of it post this figure's released. I think it just gives you an excuse to have the bone claw look. But man, oh man, dude, there's nothing I can say that hasn't already been said about this thing. This is what I'm waiting for. This and Deadpool. This Deadpool and the 7, bro. Give it to me. Give me the David Cornsweet Superman while you at it. Go ahead and give me those figures. I'll retire. I'll go ahead and hang up the spot shoot bottle. All right. Call it a day.
Okay. I like that analogy right there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so this is I don't usually pick up a lot of Marvel figures, and this
very
is
rare
one of them that I do.
This is you kind of have to. This is like almost like a mandatory figure to buy, right? Like I'm joking when I say that, but in all honesty, right? Like I don't know a single person in our circle that is not picking this one up. Like everybody and their mom is picking this. IGN covered this shit. You know, when IGN
Dad raises hand.
Yeah.
Matthew, what are your quick thoughts? I know you talked about this on another show on the channel, but what are your quick thoughts on this choice?
Probably buying it. I like it a lot. You know,
probably
if it fits in the budget. That masked head sculpt, you know, it's just, I love the white eyes. Wish they did it more in the live action, but yeah, I'll probably get it.
Any other thoughts on Danny's pick before we move on to the last one for this segment, which is mine? Any other thoughts? Okay, so this one was already done, but also I think you guys probably would have guessed that it would be this one, right? Darth Sidious. It was my fantasy figure pick earlier this year. It was fantasy figure realized, and yeah, this is definitely it. I was not expecting him till next year, and even so, I was kind of like, you know, it's Hot Toys. They may or may not make this, but I was very excited for this. I was shocked, and I was very happy for it. So yeah, this is definitely the best 2024 figure announcement so far, in my opinion. My choice here. Any other thoughts that you guys want to say about this figure? I know that we already mentioned that earlier, but any other thoughts before we move on?
I think this one is a lot better than the Return of the Jedi version, which I also have with the throne, but I never really liked the head sculpt. I think with this one there's so much more detail and the eyes are more glowing and just more evil. I prefer it.
I want these Senate chairs or seats, a little diorama of that. And then I don't have a Yoda, so I'm hoping for another Yoda, but I know they made quite a few of those already. But yeah, so that was my pick there. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the last segment of the show, and this is going to be the keep, gift, or destroy. So let me just put this one here. Okay, so Matthew, this is Matthew's. So like I said, Matthew's been on my channel many times, many years, but this is the first time that he's going to be on this or going to play this particular game here on Figures Talk. So Matthew, you know the rules of this, right? So keep, it's a figure that you're going to keep forever, right? Gift, that means you cannot keep it with you. You have to gift it to someone outside your household.
Okay.
And I'll include this. You can't gift it to me.
Oh, okay.
But because it's like you can go see it real quick. And then obviously destroy. You're destroying the figure, anything connected to it, and I'll tell you what it is because it's different for each particular character here. So this is Matthew's keep, gift, or destroy character. So you don't have to decide right away, Matthew. I'm just going to show them, reveal them one by one. So the first one is one that you mentioned earlier in your best 2024 announcements of figures here, the one that you pre-ordered, the one that you're excited for. So if you destroy this, you destroy any Luke Skywalker figure, whether it's any of the OT or future ones, past ones, whatever the case. So you'll be destroying all those Lukes. Let's see. The next one is Spider-Man. So that will include every single Spider-Man figure. Peter Parker, Miles Morales, whoever. If it's a Spider-Man
if you
figure,
by a spider, your ass is out.
You're destroying every single iteration of this Spider-Man or
like
a
Dr.
Spider-Man.
Strange spell.
And right. And then the last one for you, Matthew, is Anakin Skywalker, any Anakin figure, and Darth Vader.
Oh.
And Vader. So you'll be destroying Vader as well.
Fair, that's
so
two totally
Anakin,
different characters.
Vader. So that's if you destroy Anakin. So I don't know if you need to think about it for a little bit, but
I've decided.
Then you decided already?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what's gonna be your keep?
I'm gonna keep Spider-Man. I have 4 Spider-Man in my display already, and like 3 more pre-ordered. So I feel like that was a pretty easy pick.
All right. So you're keeping all the Spider-Men. All right, there you go. So gift or destroy, which are the other two?
And I'm gonna gift Luke Skywalker.
You're gonna gift Luke Skywalker?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna gift Luke Skywalker, and then that means you are going to destroy Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader?
Yep. I mean, I don't have any Anakin figures, nor do I plan on it. Same thing with Vader. We just got like 2 releases of Vader, and I didn't get any of them, so I feel like it was easy.
All right, well, there you go. That was pretty fast too. I have some easy, some fast ones lately on this keep gift or destroy segments. But and I'll ask you guys individually. Danny, what would you do?
Flip through them again, man. This is such a tough decision. This is like picking your children, right? I'm gonna destroy.
These are hard. When I get to mine, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So
I'm fine with destroying Luke. I say I'm fine with it. Go ahead, shoot him. Oh man, fuck. I'm gonna have.
You're like Kathleen Kennedy here. Come on.
Right.
Danny Kennedy.
I'm gonna keep Spider-Man.
Okay.
I'm gonna gift Anakin Skywalker.
Okay, so you're gonna keep Spider-Man, gift Anakin, and destroy Luke Skywalker.
Destroy them.
All right. Yomo says keep Annie, gift Spidey, destroy Luke. Adam, what would you do?
Oh boy, this may be your toughest for me. This may be the toughest one you've ever done, and I think with great power comes great responsibility.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep. And Star Wars for me is now always number one. Keep Luke, gift Darth Vader, destroy the webhead.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So there you go. This is kind of crazy.
What did he ever do to you?
Nice. Nice.
Hey, he wasn't there for Gwen Stacy. That's all I know.
Damn.
Where was he?
MB Dyson says destroy Annie, keep Luke, and gift. That's fighting. Let's see. Dan, I think I have an idea what you would do, but what is it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't collect Marvel. I am a Spider-Man fan though. I watched all the movies, read some comics. But yeah, due to the fact that I only collect Star Wars and DC, I would sadly have to destroy the friendly neighborhood spider.
Okay, all right. Destroying Spider-Man. All the Spider-Man figures.
All the Spider-Mans out there. And then I think I would have to gift Luke and then keep Anakin.
Okay.
The chosen one.
All right. So there you go. Mr.
No, I think
Alec.
that's May and Osha. I think I gotta correct you there.
The power of one.
The power of two.
Many.
Okay.
Wow.
We are the power of many. You should change the name of the show.
What would you do, Alex?
We're going off the
Figure
rails.
talk, the power of many. So if Anakin includes Darth Vader figures,
Yes.
okay, I keep Anakin, gift Luke, and destroy Spider-Man.
Okay.
Very
All right.
easy. I love Spider-Man, but I love the other two.
For me, this is hard. Philly, how about you?
Oh, I think I found a loophole. Let's see. Let's obviously keep Spidey. Come on, he's an OG character. He's been around for so long. There's so many variations of him. What's not to love? Keep Spidey. Gift Anakin, because he is the chosen one, and destroy Luke. But doesn't matter because Annie's going to get busy with Padme and eventually have him later on. So there you go. There's a loophole.
There you go.
It's gonna get busy. All right. For for me, this is very, very hard. Because Anakin, Darth Vader, Spider-Man are top characters for me, and Luke Skywalker is like the representation of Star Wars for me for a long time. So it's hard, but I think I'm going to keep Anakin, and I'm going to give Spider-Man and destroy Luke. Sadly enough, but that's what I would do.
Yeah, I like that.
So yeah. All right. So I think we all went, and I think the chat. Oh, yeah. Puts a pure evil from Gio on these picks.
Yeah.
He loves playing Jigsaw at least once a week, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Just once a week. So that was it, guys. That was it for the segments there. Then Matthew says keep all. So yeah, ideally. So there you go. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, I think we're done here with the show. So let me actually let me do this real quick. So not next week, but the following week, we're gonna do the Figures Talk Championship. So let me do this real quick. It's going to be Danny, the Figures Talk champion, defending his title yet again against Brick Artemis, against Mr. One Adam 12 in a three-way championship matchup. So that's going to happen on July 21st. I talked to all the three of you about scheduling, and it looks like that's the date that works for everyone. And then, of course, let me know if there's an issue later on, of course. But that's what we're going to do. And I am going to do a $25 Sideshow gift card giveaway that day as well. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So, Danny, I usually do this when you're about to enter the ring again. So I'm going to zoom you in real quick here. Any words that you'd like to say to your challengers?
That's it.
That's it. Adam, anything you want to say? Because Brick is not here, but
it's gonna be something. Oh yeah, it's gonna be something.
Okay.
Bring it on, motherfucker.
Oh, wow. Okay. So obviously you have your title, your belt, Danny. So if you get defeated, you can still keep your belt.
You're like, send that shit back, UPS crown in next
Is this like the Stanley Cup where it goes from one place to the other?
That would be too much of a hassle, I think, to do that. But if you do win, Adam or Brick, I'll send you a 1/6 belt for your figure. What figure you want to put? Do you still have Batman in yours?
Yeah, DX19 and the Batman.
Yeah. That's what I got on mine right now. You want the same look. I see you, Adam. You coming for my throne. You coming for that belt. you better brush up on your Hot Toys history, my man. It's going down.
All right. So I'll give you guys more details later on. And so let's just have you plug your YouTube channels or Instagram or whatever the case. Mr. Danny, what do you have going on?
Man, not shit, man. Just working. Trying to hustle and trying to chase the dream, like the side streams, man, from week to week now up until probably like spring or summer of next year. The channel will kind of mostly just be inactive. So to all 347 of you that are still subscribed, much love. Y'all know I'll return someday, just not right now, just because I'm booked every single day, packed during the scheduling. But like I said, man, I was showing this off and throughout the stream, just doing drawings and keeping up the good work and trying to hustle. I bought my chair yesterday, so my chair should be arriving soon, and then I'm on track to buy my first tattoo machine at the end of the month. So history is being made, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice, man.
Well, again, like always, Danny, thank you so much for being here, my co-host for Figures Talk. Really appreciate that you're still making time for this. So thank you so very much for that. Let's see. 1 Adam 12. What do you have going on?
So we do. I do these very amateur hour unboxings with my daughter. We just did one for Snake Eyes from 3-0. A big G.I. Joe fan. So we released it on July 3rd in advance of Independence Day, and I was a big fan of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, when I was a kid, and picked this up the other day. So we do these unboxings where I unbox, my daughter films, she does commentary. Sometimes our dogs come by and my daughter turns the camera on the dogs. But that's the kind of amateur hour stuff that we put out there. And we just posted that. I got, I talked about the basic clone trooper that I'd like to get. I just got the Hot Toys basic Stormtrooper from the Death Star that they announced or just came out with on May the 4th. I just got that during the week. We just taped that, and that's going to come out, Monday or Tuesday. I'll be releasing that unboxing.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, Adam, for being on here again. Greatly appreciate it as always. And then, of course, we'll see you on July 21st for sure for that matchup. Let's see. Next one I have. It's a Matthew. So Matthew, I only have your Instagram. So
did you say something? I did not.
Yeah, Matthew, your Instagram page. So I don't know if you wanted to say something. That's what I'm displaying here right now.
My post stuff, I guess, on there. You can also check out my YouTube by the same name. I have some Dead by Daylight videos up on there. Might post again soon. It's been like 2 years, but you never know.
All right. Well, Matthew, thanks so much for being on here again. Like always, pleasure. And Mr. Alex Montano, what do you have going on?
I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I've been very busy this week and I didn't record anything, but I'll be posting a movie review or something this week for sure. In Spanish, like you guys know, but Danny said that he liked my voice too, so we can go. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well,
I need you to review my entire life, but only in Spanish, Alex.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. Send me your memoirs and I'll
start
reviewing
only in Spanish with your voice specific. Wow, I can't talk specifically. It's 3 hours in, y'all.
Nice dub voice. Right there, bro.
Yeah,
doing audiobooks or something, dude. Like, you don't.
This is the first time for me. This is the first time for me. Like nobody has ever.
There's no way.
Nice about my voice. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's just because we're Americans, dude. Because we have this I'm Southern and just slow and kind of slangy, kind of sound, right? But you talk like it sounds like coffee is being like poured onto my brain, bro. Like it sounds soothing.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. I feel good now.
Everybody's voice in here is good, by the way. I wasn't trying to show on everyone. Dan's up there too with his German voice, bro. It's soothing too.
I realize more and more that I'm on YouTube. I sound more like Kermit the Frog.
Oh wow!
I'm starting to see that. Like, hey, Ray Romano, Kermit the Frog. Like
Ray Romano, I can hear, but Kermit.
I can hear Ray Romano.
I didn't think about that at all, actually, but now I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm like, I do not like my voice at all.
I love your voice, bro. Come on, man. It's figure crafts voice, bro.
So we'll do.
I'm trying to do a really soothing, relaxing, chill voice. So you'll see more of that.
Yeah, so I'll do a Figures Talk Spanish version, and then we'll have Alex dub Danny Spotchka.
Okay, that could be
when
fun.
He talks. And I'll just do my own voice for my own dubbing or whatever. But
let's do it. That'll be so much fun.
That'll be awesome.
So much fun. The lips won't match. It would be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Mr. Dan the Bat Fan, what do you have going on?
Yeah, I recently uploaded a review of the DX08 Joker. And yeah, some shorts. Because I built a Batcave diorama, and yeah, that was my Acolyte reaction to episode 3.
Classic.
Why do I feel like that was like right after the episode ended too? Look at that.
Yeah, it was immediately after the episode
Dude,
ended.
the TV tapped too. You were pissed.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
It just keeps getting worse.
Dude, that bat cave you made was sick though. I love what you did there.
It was super simple. Just black paper, crumbled it up, dry brushed it, and finished.
You and Philly both are killing it with these dioramas, man. I'm loving it.
I'm just getting started, but Philly is
Okay.
definitely killing it.
Gotta start somewhere, bro. This is a great place to start. I love this. This is cool.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
Congratulations on that DX08. That's definitely a grail.
Yeah, that's a great figure.
Yeah,
Good
I
one.
paid a lot for that guy, but in the end, he's worth it to me.
Yeah. No pleather.
But I'm hoping for a 2.0.
Oh yeah, no pleather.
We have MB Dyson saying George Lucas and Bill Gates both sound like Kermit. It works for them.
You do. You do.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Let's see. And then Philly, you just did a huge interview a couple days ago, but what else you got going on?
So yeah, I got that interview with Yost. Really nice guy, awesome guy, and did that. That went really well. I was very excited about that. I did the Spider-Man diorama with the red and blue Spider-Man. That was something that cost me. The project was only $25. So if anybody wants to do that, you can. It just takes a lot of patience to do. I have the how-to and the tutorial how to do it. That's the one that's right there. Yeah, with the Spider-Man upside down.
Yeah, that was an awesome video. I saw that.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Thank you. So yeah, that's something. So I'm going to be doing more kind of dioramas. Reviews. I realize that I'm not as good as with reviews like other people. I'll leave it to the other reviewers. That are really awesome.
Billy. Come on, bro.
No, I'm going to stick more with dioramas. I'm going to do more dioramas, more photography, and hopefully, Danny, down the line when you're ready to do, we'll do the illustration because I am practicing my illustrations.
I feel like by the time I'm able to do that, I think you're gonna be mastered at it, and it'll be pretty interesting to see what we do.
Yeah, that'd be awesome because we had a great idea. So we're hopefully we'll get to it sooner or later. I know you got busy time, and I totally understand, dude. Don't worry.
Availability will open up as soon as the apprenticeship is starting to come more to a close.
Got it. So, but yeah, this is like me working with dioramas. My next diorama, I'm thinking it's going to be either Star Wars theme or Batman theme. And
okay.
I know
Let's go.
Batman's coming up with the 85th anniversary. I think we already passed it. I'm not sure.
We did. It was in March.
Yeah,
It was in March, right? But every year is Batman year, so I'll do that. I've been particularly doing a lot of Spider-Man the last couple of weeks, and I'm just kind of getting Marvel out of the way so I can now focus into Batman. So, but that was the inspiration of the Todd McFarlane cover, how he's like leaning with the web.
Yeah,
and,
this was awesome, by the way.
Thank you. So yeah, it came out really well, and I was really particularly excited. And I did get inspiration from our buddy Patrick from Zor Photography. He started that wire webbing, and I said, well, I'm going to take it up a notch and do the actual web instead of just the shooting web. So I did the webbing, and look, I turned out not too bad, not too shabby.
That looks amazing.
That was
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and that red and blue Spider-Man, 1M12, it's a beautiful piece. I can't wait for you to get it because love it. People are really raving about it when they get it in hand. People were kind of divisive when it first came out, but then when they got it in hand, they're loving it. And I'm loving mine too. It's beautiful. It just photographs well and it records well. And if you're looking for a definitive Spider-Man, that's definitely the one to go to. So more dioramas. What's that?
So yeah, mine's delayed till July 20th. So we'll see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can't wait.
But yeah, more so dioramas, more stuff like that. And then we got Comic-Con coming up soon. Looking forward to that. And Gio, I do have tickets to the Batman for the San Diego version. Remember, I think I invited you, but you said you were busy. I have the Batman in the theater, like they do the symphony, the Batman '89.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Nice.
can't go, so I have tickets available if you're interested. Okay. Let
Oh,
me
okay.
know if
I'll
you're
message you. I'll have to look at
Yeah.
the schedule and all that stuff. But
anybody
yeah.
in California that's interested. So, but other than that, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure, and I love the material and our discussions we had today. Thank you for having me, and hopefully we do it again.
Definitely, Mr. Philly. Thank you so very much again for joining us here tonight, and all you guys. Really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And like I said, I don't know if I'm doing a figure stock episode next week because that's my last day of vacation before I go back to work. So it might be like a little, may want to relax. And I think Danny, you're doing an event next weekend too, right?
Yeah, next weekend's our Flash events. I'll be pretty busy. Next
Yeah.
week.
So I mean, of course, I'll let you guys know if I change my mind or if something cool, amazing drops, and then I just have to do it, right? But I'll let you guys know. But for sure, July 21st, there'll be an episode. We'll do the championship matchup and whatever announcements, releases we have. So thank you so much, guys, for being on here. Greatly appreciate it. For the live chat, again, thank you so much for contributing here. And if you're watching the replay, also, thank you so very much. Make sure to add any comments if you had any questions or anything that you'd like to say or because I always forget to ask that. And thank you so much, everyone, again. And I'll see you guys next time.
Take care.